Let's go ahead and start things off.
Are you ready for fucking misery?
I like how you say that. No one that's not started yet.
Yeah, why are you trying to talk to people? They're not even in here yet, dude.
Such profanity.
What is wrong with you?
Your racism.
Where do I start? Okay, let's start with my racism. Fuck off, Will.
How about you like stop with your racism?
Yeah, man, this is
Look,
2017,
I would,
yo.
but I just hate Will so much.
God, I hate Canadians in general.
You know what? I
just don't like people with the name Will.
I agree with Anthony on this one.
Hey, Dodge, what's going on, man?
Yes, I'm a Willist.
We started a little bit later today. We had to finish up some Undertale shenanigans with Squeaks over on Squeaky93. It was really fun. Hashtag Canadian Lives Matter from Silver.
Silver, I'm gonna level.
You and I both know that's not true.
Even the Canadian just said that. I'm not even being racist.
That doesn't make it better.
He's allowed to say that though. That's his
Yeah.
self-deprecation.
Those are his words.
That I am taking as credit.
You're just a bad American.
I'm allowed to say this stuff. I killed a Canadian.
Bullshit. Everyone knows Canadians are physically incapable of murder.
I mean, if he killed himself.
Technically, every time I fap, I kill anyway.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
You should just.
I'm about to kill a Canadian.
I just can't. Why you gotta make it weird?
It's
Having a
Will.
We were just having
Waka
a good wholesome
waka.
talk. We were having a
Here's
good
the
wholesome
prize.
talk about racism. And you gotta bring in that kind of that horrible profane fucking shit, Will. Unbelievable.
Surprised by
Does that mean I'm a mass murderer?
You know what?
Whoa. I'm scared.
I can't do it anymore. I can't keep the face. I can't keep.
Does anyone hate how Twitch takes channels off your followed list when they go live? Why would I want you to make it harder for me to go to the channel I want to get to there the fastest? I don't know, man. Dodge. Like, Twitch is just weird, man. Emerald has arrived. Hey, what's going on, Emerald? No one was waiting on you. No one was waiting on you, but you know, you can pretend, I guess.
You can imagine.
You caused an apocalypse by opening a pack of cards. Yeah, how dare you, dude?
You know,
Mobby.
sometimes.
Hey, Silver879 has actually followed. That was a fun follow. Thank you very much, man.
sometimes
All
you
right.
just
With
have to
all
go
this
with the
being
pack.
said, guys, we have a lot of stuff to do today. We have a ton of stuff to do today. We're gonna wait a couple more minutes to see if people are gonna get in here because people don't like missing the beginning. People are like, "Oh, we missed the beginning," and I'm like, "Shut up! You should have been here 30 minutes ago." Kidding.
Yeah, Anthony.
I mean, right now, wouldn't it be shut up? You should have been here 42 minutes ago.
Hi, Blue. I won't promise anything, but you might get your Christmas present or a Christmas present a bit early. Oh, Shay. Thank you. If it's a Christmas present for me, you might want to give it to me tomorrow or some other time on stream, though, because I don't want to share it with these guys. I'm kidding.
Just for that, give it to him right now. In fact, give it to me. I will give it to him.
Don't give
No,
it
he
to
won't.
him. He won't do anything.
I will do
To
plenty.
be fair, Toby opened the pack, not Mickey. That is true.
It's true.
I can't wait to see
It
the
still
Demon
might
God.
be
I
somehow.
can't wait to see the Demon God Adventure toy with his friends like they were nothing more than dolls and action figures.
Now, when you put it that way, it sounds really creepy and unpleasant.
Yes, Bakoda.
Well, I
Stop.
made it to Tess's fuck up. Let's see how we're gonna fix this flustercuck.
Spoilers, we don't.
I'm here
We're all
too,
gonna
ready to
die.
say what I want. Ready to say I want to fuck something. Hey, Mania. I hope Ed becomes this version's Ubel.
Oh God.
Shay
Oh,
Kelly.
can he be my Ubel?
Shay
That
Kelly,
means you
give us
have, that means
inspiration.
he climbs into your soul, Will.
They need that more than I will say. Inspiration is actually going to be a lot more helpful, right? In the coming
I
times,
think I have a one in
Look,
inspiration.
look.
because there's
I'll-
going to be actual combat starting from now
Oh,
on. So
I am so happy
Man,
I
I
got the
can't wait
crowbar
to
up my
hide
ass.
behind everybody else.
Good thing we have such a large group of meat shield friends.
I'll say this much: the present isn't just for Blue. Okay, that's fine then.
I
it
can't
for
wait
me?
to hide behind Magnus with his rippling.
Aragon
Cool.
Edward, what's going on, man? Mickey,
This is rippling.
I'll fuse all the worlds together so we can be together forever.
But how about Ed? Can we not? I don't want to be in there. It's sad. And
Get out of here,
fucking
Maggie.
cries
I'm
a
talking to
lot.
Mickey.
Yay! I get to be free. Fuck
Yeah,
you,
we're
Mickey.
talking, okay? This is important.
Continue. Continue, scary version of Ed.
Continue. I want to hear you.
Psycho Ed.
Psycho Dad.
I
Psycho
don't
Dad.
let this happen.
call him
Mickey
Psych
might
Ed?
agree.
Magnus's strength is second only to Major Armstrong. Thank you, Silver. Someone finally understands me.
American Jake's just like, hey, you'll deal with this demon world. You have a crowbar and Buff Boy Magnus. With those two combined, you are unbeatable.
Hey, Blue.
What's up, man?
I think my man-eater bug is glitching. Can you look at my deck on the top and see if
Oh,
What the?
What the fuck is that?
man.
that's supposed to be man-eater bug?
That's clearly
Well,
not a
you
man-eater
know,
bug.
I want
Sometimes
it.
man-eater bugs
get
just want to
your
be
get
dragon.
your I mean, it's man-eater bug.
They
See,
don't-
it's fine.
It's man-eater bug, and now it's black. It's man-eater bug?
It became my
You know what?
choice.
How about we just stop worrying about that and not the. You know what? Luckily, something happened to that deck, but we'll figure that out in a bit.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. No worries.
Deke, I don't want to alarm you.
Man-eater dragon, man-eater bug evolve.
That sounds pretty fucking cool, to be fair.
Flip effect, destroy all humanoids on the field.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh.
technically, Makoto still has knife.
Yes!
Oh god, Makoto's the fucking crazy rogue.
I don't know if he's like the right person to have a knife right now.
I don't think anyone is really able to have a knife right now.
Don't worry.
We
it's
have a good-
box cutter.
We have a good number of people here, guys. We have a good number of people. I think I'm gonna go and grab a thing of water, and when I come back, I think it's a good time for us to start things off. So, BRB. And I say BRB, but I'm just getting up and standing over here at my mini fridge,
Man-eater-
grabbing a water and
Man-eater
walking
bug
back and
digivolved
sitting
to a
back
fucking
down because
dragon.
Man-eater bug, digivolve to Soul Eater bug.
Soul Eater bug.
Quick, someone start blasting Paper Moon.
Mega digivolve.
Well, does that also mean that the monkeys are still around? And if so, do they have the cards and/or panties? Probably.
Desert monkeys.
Probably.
Why would
Who's
you
to
bring
say?
that up?
Who's to say they're in this dimension though? Who knows?
Oh, thank God. They're probably in the ice world. Everyone loves the ice
Oh
world.
no, they're not. There are certain things in the anyway. Don't worry about the ice world.
Fuck off. This ice physics is gonna be real pissed.
Ice physics. All right, guys. With that being said, I'm gonna open up this bottle, take a refreshing drink. I think it's time for us to start things off, don't you?
No.
I mean, if you want to.
When last we left our perfectly safe duelists, the obelisk party was just starting to get was just starting to wind down a bit. Everybody was really looking forward to the auction. Upon talking to several people around the place, they started forging very, very nice, all like bonding experiences, very, very nice friendships with everyone. They had people helping them out, and all kinds of good things were going on, and all the good times were rolling, baby.
Yeah, very nice.
They convinced several of their friends to help them obtain the duel points necessary to keep going on and get the darkness pack, because the darkness pack is totally worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, after beating the obelisks to the darkness pack, Toby goes to open it, feeling that there's only one card inside. As he's pulling the card out, Tess looked over. One card, but. And immediately her eyes went wide as she started reaching forward toward Toby to stop him. He pulled out a card, followed by an immense amount of purple smoke. It started filling the room, pushing everyone around off their feet. Those who were not completely spiritually inclined or not being protected by spirits of their own flew off high into the air. Many obelisks tried breaking out and jumping out of the rooms, but to no avail. The entirety of the island was engulfed in this purple mist almost instantly. A swirling tornado of evil lifted everyone up to where there was nothing seen below or around them. Our friends tried holding on to their best pals, to their friends they've met through all of this, but they were each only able to hold on to one, as they had to choose. Makoto, who were your two choices, and who did you choose?
Do we have to go through this?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes,
You
we
are
did.
a
So-
shit brick.
Makoto, being a bitch boy, didn't want to choose, so he tried to go for both, and almost lost both if it was
Both of who?
Ed and Alice.
And what happened?
He was gonna lose both of them, but then Ed realized that was gonna be the case and let go so Alice can live on and Mickey can live on and Not that I'm crying or anything.
What about you, Magnus? What happened with you? Who was your two, and what happened with it?
Well, when the swirling doom maw ripped itself open in the party room, a lot of shit was going down, and I grabbed onto Harley and Cynthia. And even with my rippling 2 in strength, even I could not stand against the gale force winds of hell. So, as hard as I tried to cling to them, they were slipping. And I made a choice.
Who did you choose?
With not knowing if she would, if I'd ever see her again, or if she would even live, I let Cynthia slip from my grasp.
Oh, so you chose the one who was a known almost murderer who tried to kill all of you guys and stole everything instead of the
I'm not good in high stress
instead of the
situations.
perfectly innocent, never done anything to anybody, and all she ever gets is pain because people hate it when they duel her. You instead let her slip away and fall into the darkness. I understand.
Oh, fuck off. You wanted her gone from the beginning because of her OTK deck.
What about you, Toby? Speaking of a gale of winds, what was your easy ass choice?
Oh, I had Asher and Gale, and
No.
Gale kind of threw a card at me, so bye.
No fucking. You had 0 seconds of hesitation. In
I'm
your
sorry,
choice.
Asher is my bro, my friendo. Fucking Gale gave me this bitch face before.
And Jess, with your
Fuck your
choice, what ended up happening with you? Who ended up being sacrificed for this?
I had my great friends. Clyde. God damn it. My good friends, Clyde and Ryan. And because I'm a stubborn son of a bitch, I didn't want to let either of them go. But I let go of Ryan. And then I tried to have Legion save Ryan. And lost Legion.
Lejeune did his best with his massive 1800 attack power. He flew out of your deck, grabbing onto Ryan with his massive arms, and hurled him back towards you as he disappeared and seemingly, like at least from your perspective, looked like he was just overtaken and shredded into the darkness.
But he died as a genie should, doing what his boss tells him to.
When you all came to, you were in a vast, very miscolored desert. When you all looked around, Tess was looking very strange around everybody and around everything, as if she knew what was going on. You all confronted her about this, and she finally said, "Okay, this does involve you." And she explained that she was from the future. A future where, at one point, Duel Academy Island was gone. It disappeared. And because it disappeared, something else happened somewhere else in the future. And it led to the events that she is yet to disclose to you. She looked around the area as you all still had questions. She was looking around scared as she motioned for you guys to head off toward the academy. Because right now, there's no time to say everything. She'll tell you everything when you get there, but it's not safe to be out where you are. She pleaded and pointed off to the academy, saying that she'll tell you everything you want to know. She'll answer all your questions, but first, you guys have to get safe. And with that, you all started moving off to the academy. Heading off toward the main hall. But before you guys do, Toby, get back over here.
For everyone else, even though I was last.
Before you guys do, everyone, you start making your way to the academy. How about I get instinct rolls from all four of you?
How about you don't, and we just get to the fucking academy?
A lot of
Here we
dice are
go.
here in the middle if you guys are missing dice.
Yeah.
16.
I got a.
It doesn't matter.
Altogether, I got a. What is my natural?
There's no 16, there's no altogether. Those are passive stats, remember?
Oh, my
Yep.
bad. So I got an 8.
I got a fucking 2. My rage is
And
blinding
you got
me
it,
to the
and your
world.
roll was a 17? Jake?
16.
It says 17.
Oh, is it?
It's passive. It's just a passive roll, not counting
All
our
right,
actual
so-
stats.
With the 8 and the 2, oddly enough, both Magnus and Toby, they're kind of in their own worlds right now, going through
Oh,
this
that's why.
place.
That's not my dice. This is my dice.
There we go.
Well, okay, then if you actually did get a 16, then yeah, you three are kind of in your own world right now.
Oh,
However-
fuck it.
Makoto,
Yeah.
everybody's going forward. Everybody is making their way toward the academy at their own paces. As they're doing this, Tess kind of looks back toward everybody, making sure that you're all coming, making sure that nothing's happening around you guys. But as she's doing this, the mounds behind her start moving.
Oh,
As they do,
oh no.
something begins reaching up from the desert.
What the?
Oh, why is it that big? It's that big on the card.
As something
It's so cute. Okay.
As
Fuck
something begins reaching up from the desert, Tess doesn't seem to have noticed Makoto.
Tess, look out!
Helps.
As you yell toward Tess, she looks behind her quickly because you were actually yelled to her. Good job, you're not a dick.
Hey, just because he's mad at her doesn't mean he wants her to die by someone else's hands.
As this thing brings its hand around where Tess was, Tess jumps out of the way. It crashes its hands into the sands as it begins disappearing from its hand to the rest of its body, almost like a slinky going down its whole body into the sand yet again. Hey guys, there's a big sand monster here.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Get off the roof. Get off the roof.
Oh, I'm guessing when he said Tess move, we all looked.
Oh
to see
yes,
that.
you definitely saw that. Everybody
then
roll me
Toby's-
dexterity.
As soon as I told he was gonna yell, "Run!"
Everybody roll me dexterity.
Do I have anything? I have something in that.
I got a 19.
I got a
five-
7 plus
That's a.
7.
I got a 19 plus a 3. So that
All
was
right.
14.
I got a 15.
All right, so we need another dice to do for everybody else. So let's go ahead and use the lucky dice.
That's usually all one dice.
Oh no.
Actually, first we have to roll for Tess, so let's use Tess's dice real quick.
Go, Tess, go.
Who knows what
That's
happens
all right.
to Tess? Let's find out. But first, we're gonna do Alice with the lucky dice. Hey,
Damn it.
that's 15.
I mean,
Moist.
yay.
We'll go Asher.
You shit. Ha!
No,
That's what you get.
We'll go Harley.
I don't like that.
Oh.
We'll
that's
go.
what you get, you fucking.
Fuck off.
I think the only one left is Klein and Ryan. We'll go Klein.
Yeah, go Klein.
And we'll go Ryan.
Red, move your stupid hand.
You
5.
move your hand.
Everyone starts making their way forward, trying their best to get out of this area. As they are doing so, the 3 people lagging behind.
Asher, Ryan.
Yeah, Asher. Asher got the nat 1.
Asher's way back.
Asher tripped.
The 3 people lagging behind seem to be Ryan, Harley, and Asher. As they're doing this, does anyone want to stop?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll say that Alice and Klein are pretty decently far ahead of people. Who's gonna stop to help?
Me.
I am.
If Alice is ahead, then he'll help.
Okay.
I'm not blinking.
All right.
So Jess immediately runs to, I guess, Ryan.
Jess,
I'm
you running to
running
Ryan?
Asher.
Yeah, sure.
Jess, roll me dex.
Go.
You want to put your dice where everyone else's dice is?
19.
Yeah, how about you
Damn.
put your dice over here with everyone else, huh? How about you make this a group effort?
Because it was on my table.
Now
You
it's
make your way
Rainbow.
down to Ryan and you go to help him through. Who's going for Harley?
Yes.
Magnus, roll me some good decks.
Follow
That's a
your boner.
13.
It's a 10
That's
plus
a 13.
13. Well, you make
Yeah.
it to Harley.
I mean, it's a start.
Who's gonna be helping Asher, who has kind of face planted into the snow, or not? snow,
Bye,
sand.
Asher. I'm kidding.
I wish I could have saved that 19 for helping him.
Too bad you can't save rolls.
All right, I'll help.
All right, both of you roll me dexes to see who's actually gonna be helping Asher here.
All right.
You know, Makoto, it's
Don't
all
worry.
up to you. Hey, that's a 25 altogether, dude.
Nice.
Makoto, you make it back to Asher and you go to help him. Toby, you kind of make it around here.
Yeah, I make it around there because I was so far ahead with that 19 that I see Makoto already there. I'm like, okay, cool.
As this happens, Toby, how about you roll me instinct? Since everyone else is helping people.
Yeah, I wonder if Tess is okay.
Wow.
15 plus my 15.
You notice more dunes begin to shift and shape around.
Oh, fuck me.
As these dunes begin to shift and shape around, how about you roll me a luck roll to see where he's coming up?
Oh,
Please tell me it's blind.
15.
Bullshit.
It appears to be coming up right again below Tess, as if trying to grab her.
Tess, it's after you.
Our answers, no!
Tess, however,
I mean,
at this
Tess.
point, she's already dived away from this thing once, Toby. What are you going to do?
Grab her and pull her the other way.
How? You're so far
Okay, roll
away.
me physique.
I'm
How could you possibly fight a tug of war against that?
not
With a nat 20, I think you will.
I mean, yeah, that could work.
I'm tired of this shit.
You go forward and you just jerk Tess out of the way as this thing comes up and crashes upwards. Sand going everywhere into the air. It seems to crash downwards back into the sand yet again.
Move.
Guys, you have a turn to get back.
Yep.
Everybody roll dex.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh no.
Who flipped the academy?
Who rolled the academy?
It's a net academy.
Okay,
12.
so
I rolled
Ryan and Jess are fine.
22. I'm just like, grab my hand, boy, run.
The rest of you guys, however, you guys are, things are fine.
I've been on the beach a lot. I'm used to
Oh,
running
by
on
the
sand.
way, considering the circumstances, my knife is out.
Of course. Asher's like,
I mean-
oh. looks at
Somehow I feel less
looks at the
safe,
sand
less
monster.
safe.
Looks at the sand monster. Looks to your knife. Which one should I be with?
I mean, don't worry, Asher. I also have my crowbar out. It's fine.
Oh,
I
do you
have no
though?
weapon.
Why would
Yeah.
you have a crowbar out right now? That's at home.
I brought that with me.
Hmm?
I brought
Why'd
that
you?
with
How
me.
would you bring it to a party?
How would you sneak
I
it in?
did though.
How would you bring it to a party, dude?
It was in my shirt.
No.
You can't hide a crowbar in your
But-
shirt.
We were talking about me having it.
Unless you really want to say it was shoved up your ass, you don't have it.
I mean, how did? Okay,
Do it.
how did I ever hide it beforehand?
No.
Yeah,
Here's the
true.
thing. It wasn't at the party. You had it with you when you left, but you never. Did you never notice?
What do you?
Whenever I asked you to leave behind anything before you dived in the water, and you
were
didn't
fucked.
leave behind your very heavy metal object?
My crowbar is.
Your crowbar's at the.
I need to kill this thing and take whatever remains it is, and I need to make a new crowbar.
A sandbar.
You are my crowbar now.
I specifically asked you guys what you were leaving at Harley's.
I completely. Oh, I am upset.
Don't be upset. You should be upset.
I guess at that point I should have done this.
Hi, Mr. Crowbar.
I am upset.
He's been lost in the abyss as well.
I've lost everything.
I've lost everything.
You still have your children, technically.
All right.
Maybe.
With this being put here, Jess, you go forward. Alice, Klein, and Ryan seem to be perfectly fine. You look back towards your friends as there are still more mounds seemingly shifting around. Let's go ahead and lock this so no one rolls it again.
Oh.
Yeah, stop touching it.
I've touched the ruins of our island.
As you look back, you see the mounds seemingly shifting between the three of them.
Oh,
Let's just do that.
that seems fine.
That's on top of mine.
It's killed Tess already.
As it comes up,
Everything.
as it comes up, how about you give me a luck roll there, Jess?
Yeah.
Please.
16.
And again, it's going straight for Tess.
Why is it getting higher? The higher you go, the more
I need
Tess
to
is
pull Tess away again.
Sacrifice
Tess,
yourself.
Toby.
Tess, were you holding secrets in the Sand Monster too?
They yell for Tess and Toby. Toby, because this has happened 3 times now, you kind of wonder why things are happening with Tess. As you do this, roll me instinct.
Please do good.
Up you. That's a 9 plus my 15.
That's a 15. You have a 15 passive though, so that's good.
Yeah.
As you look at the sand, whatever rising up from the thing, like attacking you and Tess, roll me Dex.
That's a 12.
It seems to grab Tess and lift you and Tess up because you're holding on to Tess. As you're doing this, however, you're holding on to Tess's legs. You look up as you see somewhat under her blazer. You see what appears to be a glowing red tattoo on her back.
A glowing red tattoo on her
Oh
back.
my god.
As this is happening, everyone else, Toby and Tess is getting lifted into the air,
So he's grabbing her, while
and you're
he's-
holding on to her. So
You're
You know
dangling
what?
my-
you're trying to pull her down. You're trying.
As a man of intellect,
You idiot.
Makoto's going to look at the Sand Monster, give a battle cry, and try and stab it.
You are going to stab that thing with a cutter.
Yes, I am.
You sure you didn't try? You sure you didn't want to play a barbarian in this game?
You go forward. As you do, you pull out your knife. This thing is rather large, and you can only tell there is only certain parts of this thing that is even solid. Would you like to throw the knife or just stab into it with knife?
Stab into it.
First off's gonna be an instinct then.
Break your fucking knife.
15.
Oh, what's your passive?
10.
Dude, yeah. You look at this thing as you find a very solid spike sticking out from its arm. Its other arm that's using to brace itself as it's lifting Toby and Tess up. Go ahead and roll me a physique, dude.
Do it. Wow.
16.
15 altogether.
15
Oh, yeah,
is still
negative.
enough to hit it. As
Plus
you
the knife.
strike into the spike along its hand, like this little spike right here. This right here.
Like, if anyone's seen Coco, he's doing that fucking...
You jump in the air, you stab into this thing's spike as it lets go of Tess and Toby, and they fall onto the ground, Toby catching her as they roll down the mound. Makoto, this thing starts dispersing into the ground. It gives you a look, however. You kind of feel like you know who it's going to target next turn.
You think you
Asher, look out!
You fucking moron.
Everyone roll dex.
Fuck it, that wasn't.
I said her back, not her lower back, Silver. It's not a tramp stamp.
That wasn't a fucking roll, but okay.
That's a 17.
That's
Dang.
annoying.
Harley
Then let me-
and Magnus, you guys get forward. Makoto, what was yours?
Yeah.
My instinct or
Or,
dex?
no, we're doing dex.
Okay.
I don't even know if it actually fucking rolled.
It's fine, guys. Everyone
Ew.
but
Okay.
Toby, Tess, Asher, and Makoto are now going.
That was weird.
This thing lifts up from the ground, and we're not gonna roll who it's going for. It goes for Makoto.
It goes
Fucking
for
bring it, man.
Don't fucking bring it. Stop that.
Makoto, like, you look to Asher as you know it's coming for you. You kind of push Asher a bit ahead as it goes to grab at you.
Yeah.
Roll dex.
You have good. You have that in good, right? That's such a bitch roll.
Okay, so
It's a
15.
That's a 14, I think.
Wait, hold on. It's plus 7, so 16. Dog.
Oh, 6. Oh, that is okay. Never mind. You're
Yeah,
fine.
Texas is 7.
It's even better than what
You're
both of you
definite.
said.
You're fine. Actually, you beat the 15. You dodge
Fuck.
out of the way of it. You're just like, fucking come at me. You're brandishing the knife.
I got that boy is fucking
Duck,
stupid.
dodge, jump, parry.
As it
Don't
goes
parry.
away again. And you guys are basically there, but roll me one more dex, the two of you.
You never know when a one will sneak in.
Exactly.
I
mean,
swear
it's
to
not
God.
a 1, so it's not a 1, so
I'm
you're
moving
fine.
this over here because that's an unlucky spot.
It's not a 1,
It's
so
an
you're
unlucky-
fine. I
it's
need
an
a
unlucky
dex roll from Makoto, please.
Alright.
As long as it's not a 1, you guys are fine. But you never know when a 1 is going to sneak up.
17.
Yeah.
Fine.
As all of you make your way to the thing, Alice and Klein just have like each of the doors open, just like come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. As you guys make it into the main hall,
Yay. Probably a better place to put this.
bop,
Oh, God.
dang it, bop, bop, pop.
Mm,
There we go.
There, now that the dead cards aren't taking up an excessive amount of room.
They're fucking dead. Everyone makes it into the main hall. You see there's a bunch of students in here, but there's not.
There's not. There are mirages. They're
You
just
guys,
mirages.
you guys look around the room, and for a second, you guys can like, kind of feel like, oh, all the students are like, no, it's only wishful thinking.
Yep.
But as everybody makes their way in here, everyone's like kind of doubled over, like everybody just ran and was scared, and everything bad just happened, and everyone's just like breathing heavily and like holding onto their legs, and oh god, that was horrible.
I have a question.
What's up?
This is like the normal one, right? Except for no people.
Mhm.
So there are chairs and such, right?
Yes.
I want to fucking tear one of the legs off a chair. I need a replacement.
Roll me physique.
Do it, fucker.
These are like metal chairs.
Yeah. Two.
You don't.
It just looks like you're very angrily shaking
You're
a
like,
chair.
I will
as
finally
everybody
put
is
this
as
in.
everybody is shaking around in here, shaking some chairs, sitting down, catching their breaths. Anything you guys want to do?
Actually,
we should
no, I'm already
Be
doing my
safe
thing.
in here.
Yeah, should.
Yeah. What about that tattoo of yours? That's what's attracting it.
What?
Looks over at Toby and kind of like pushes the back of her clothes down with a bit of a blush, like, oh god, you saw my skin.
What tattoo? What?
I was gonna get to that. You don't have to peek.
You have a
That's
tattoo?
not-
Aren't you like 14?
I'm sorry, when it was glowing red and that thing kept attacking you, it was hard not to notice.
Did that mean you were looking up when you were dangling by her legs?
Well, no shit, Magnus.
She then brings her hands down to her skirt and pushes down.
Unbelievable, Toby. How rude.
Not the time.
Makoto wipes the blood from his knife using.
There was
his
no
sleeve.
blood.
Sand.
There was no
It was-
blood.
It was sand. It's a sand.
Okay, he
Made
wipes.
by 4 kids. There's no blood.
Okay, he wipes the sand from his
There
blade.
you go.
This
It's
just looking-
it is slightly moist sand.
Oh,
Less tongue action there, I guess.
You do the
stop.
tongue thing and just start spitting. Blah, blah, blah.
Makoto, please.
I think a cat pissed on him.
Oh God, how would you even?
Anyway. So, are you gonna talk finally?
Yeah, I said I would. I just wanted to make sure we could get away from the spirits.
Granted, but
Guys,
Don't
yeah,
hold-
monsters normal here.
You better not hold anything back. If you put our lives in jeopardy again because you think, oh, it's none of our business.
She starts shaking her head to you like ferociously. No. All I was trying to do was trying to prevent this. I wouldn't hold anything back now. This wasn't
Well-
supposed to happen for a couple of years.
Well, I guess us disappearing was supposed to be beneficial then.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I can't think right. Just ask me questions.
How can we ask you questions you can't think?
I don't know, okay? I can't form the... She seems like she doesn't know where to start right now. If you could either
Okay.
wait for her to catch her breath, wait for her to kind of sit down and rest a bit, or you guys can ask her questions now.
Alright, I got a
Asking her
question.
questions means, she won't bring up those things later, but right now she's just like, she doesn't know where to start, and she's kind of having a bit of a panic attack.
Right, so maybe we should let her breathe before we start.
Why is she having a panic attack? There was just a sand monster. Makoto's glaring at her with like bagged eyes and a knife.
It's fine. It's a happy, fun time kitty party. Yay!
Like, honestly, this room is the safety zone.
Hey Magnus, can you help me with this?
Fine.
If anything, we're gonna need weapons.
All right.
Weapon- what? Oh, you're
Toby
gonna club it to death
and
with a
Magnus,
chair.
you guys head over there. Asher and Klein are also there, just like looking at the chairs, like, fine, let's try to break some shit. Magnus, go ahead and roll me for some physique, dude. While Tess is over here at the more comfy chairs
Wait
with
a
Ryan,
second.
kind of like calm down a bit. Are you gonna be going over there with her, Jess?
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit down with her.
That is an unnatural
Ryan
20.
and Jess are over here, kind of like sitting there. Makoto, you're here with Alice, and Harley's just kind of walking around.
I'm going to, if I can, I'd like to be up against the wall by the glass door so I can kind of peek out to see if anyone tries to get in.
Oh, definitely. You and Alice could be on patrol duty.
Obelisk Jones out there running as they all gather around.
You just lock the door.
I see Obelisk
And
Jones.
slowly
I see
dragging away.
Obelisk Jones, and then I have this sadistic smile. Long live the king. Lock door.
All right, that was a 19 from you, though, dude.
Yep, I'm not in a good mood. I am raged.
That was
I'm
altogether a 21. There are a couple of chairs over here. There are 2 chairs here. Each of these chairs have the 4 different areas here. You have made 8 small metal, I guess, bats. They're not really crowbars. They're not really anything.
They're like night. Let's just call them little nightsticks.
You have made 8 metal bats. You can hand these off to people if you want. They're only going to be +1s though.
All right,
It's fine.
whoever wants a weapon, grab a weapon. I'm gonna pick one up.
Yeah.
The 2 of you grab one. Asher goes and grabs one. Klein grabs one. So there's already 4 being grabbed. You guys have 4 others you can hand to other people, but we'll get to that in a second. As you guys start walking toward people with the extra ones, we will say that Klein probably goes over to Jess and offers one, but then kind of hands it off to Ryan instead.
That's probably the smart idea.
I think. Wait, how many? Wait.
Magnus, you probably go over here to Harley and give one.
Yeah, I hold it out. Can I safely assume you know how to use a weapon?
You should have seen what I would have done to you if you weren't cute.
I mean, huh? I don't know how I'm supposed to take that.
Do you hand one off?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her. It's like I don't know how I'm supposed to.
Oh, except this weapon. I'm terrible with this one.
Toby, do you want to take one over to Alice? You know that Makoto already has a knife, but you could possibly give it to him too if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure.
Or you could hand it off to Tess.
I mean, how
Don't
many
give
have
Tess a
died
weapon.
left? I have 2.
Yes. You have. There are 2 left. You and Asher can hand off one to somebody.
If you give Tess the knife, she'll probably be like, I don't know what you're talking about, and stab herself.
I'll go give one to Alice, and I'll then go give the last one to Tess.
As you go to give the last one to Tess, Tess just kind of shakes her head and there's no she's like, I'm the worst person to have something like this, and it's looks to Jeff like, oh, never mind, I'm the second worst person.
So you don't want it?
She takes it. Okay. With all this being said, however, It takes about a good like 5-10 minutes. You guys breaking up those chairs, handing off people watching outside. But eventually, Tess does calm down and just kind of starts like sitting there. Okay. Okay.
So, what's your favorite movie?
So, first off, I guess there are a lot of... Oh, God. She's still just like where to start, and she kind of looks over at Toby.
I know exactly where I want to start.
She looks over at Magnus.
Yes.
Magnus, what do you want to say?
Let's start with the obvious. So the future, huh?
Oh, yeah, that.
Let's start at the beginning of your story.
Well, I'm from a little ways in the future. I'm not entirely sure how many years, to be honest. They didn't really create time travel. I kind of came back here as a happy accident. I'm not sure how far back I was sent, but I do know that Duel Academy Island, 3 years after there's a disappearance, 4 students disappear and a bunch of things get stolen from the island. Kind of looks over at Harley. She just kind of shrugs. The island gets destroyed. And all that was remaining of it was a bunch of purple mists surrounding where the island used to be.
Creepy.
She makes her way over toward the door where Makoto is, kind of like, looking at Makoto like, can I stand beside you? Am I allowed to stand beside you while I say this?
Taps her. Kidding.
She points outside. As she does, you notice that there is a large, again, kind of purplish presence in the sky, and there is one glowing orb in the sky. Almost like the orbs floating around the final countdown card right here. Anyway.
Okay.
The card... It's called Final Countdown. It's a really old card, actually. It's something that's been in the game for a long time. Which is probably why it probably explains why it has so much spirit energy. Someone or something did something with that card, and it destroyed the island. If the card text is anything to go by, it does it in 20 turns. I'm not entirely sure how it works on this side, though. Again, there's not much information on this. But in the future, because the Duel Academy Island was gone and, well, several other things happened, the world slowly started degrading. The spirit world started interfering more and more, and then the humans started fighting back. Eventually, there's only a couple of settlements left in the world. I'm from a place called New Domino.
Fucking called it.
She kind of motions to herself and just kind of turns around, like kind of reaches up toward the back, but realizes I can't touch my own back. I have a mark. I was born with it.
Interesting.
Whenever it was found out, someone called me a signer. Whenever the marks are there, they're all supposed to gather, but no other signers showed up other than me in that time. Some sort of ancient prophecy or something. They were going to tell us all when we all got together. But it never happened. Eventually other things started happening in that world, but in the future, humanity's trying to keep things, well, kind of stable, and most people still don't know about the spirit world. There's not really a good way for information to go by. And there's a weird hierarchy system where the poor are near the bottom of it, of course. Kind of like how it is now, but imagine like a lot worse.
I've seen pretty bad, but I'll take your word on it.
I saw people who lived their entire lives working in salvaging trash.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, not really trash men. They don't go and get trash. They just spend their whole lives shifting through it.
That sounds terrible.
Cannot imagine that.
I guess let's hope he never have to get flung into the future.
But again, the other signers were supposed to show up at some point, but I think something else happened. I got a vision one night, and that's when I started being able to talk with my cards. Doriato, the only one I was ever actually able to talk to who talked back, she told me a lot of things about the 12 different realms, about the spirit dimension, which is where we're at now.
There's 12 of these places. Ugh.
It's really weird. I'm not entirely sure how to explain it. She didn't really explain it well herself, but there's either 12 different realms and we're in the spirit dimension, which also has 12 realms, or this is part of the 12 realms and our realm was part of it. I don't know, okay?
This is like
And by
mid.
spirit
It's like some.
dimension, you
Spirits
mean,
are
like,
really hard to talk to because they don't really know how to talk to us and we don't know how to talk to them, and it's really
by
weird.
spirit dimension, do you mean by with dual monsters? Because I tried talking to Wen, and it says it. She said it's not her dimension.
In the spirit realm, there are 12 different dimensions. We're at what I can only tell is the desert dimension.
Oh.
Only
obvious.
certain spirits exist here. Spirits that, well, are either strong enough to exist here on their own, or those who just don't have the intelligence to move on.
Huh.
Yeah, this place sucks.
We're in one of we're in one of the most dangerous sections, I would think.
Yeah. Maggie's gonna pull out Petite Dragon from his deck.
You pull out Petite Dragon. As you do, Petite Dragon seems to come into existence here. Unlike Wing.
Hey, check it out. Hey, little buddy.
Petite Dragon just kind of shows up and starts flying around.
Oh.
The different spirit realms, different spirits work better in them. I would say that if we go somewhere else, and hopefully we will because I don't want to be here much longer, maybe other spirits will be able to help us.
Makes sense.
I
guess.
wonder why your sign was glowing then during all of that.
I don't
Maybe
know.
like a lore.
The only reason I was able to come back to this place was because of, again, that vision. One night,
what was that vision?
One night I was asleep and I was talking with Doriato, and this dragon showed up. He was covered in a bunch of red flames. I was told that I could prevent everything that happened. And it may not help my world, but it could at least help everything else. And whenever I woke up, I was in this time.
And
Wait.
What about your brother?
I was about to
Oh,
ask.
yeah, he's not really my brother.
Obviously.
Clearly.
She kind of puts her hand on the back of her head. He's actually, I guess you'd kind of call him part of a cult.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's normal.
I mean, I
That-
thought the ninja thing was weird, but ninja cult weird?
No, that's not her brother. Her brother's not the ninja. Her brother's the
My
white
brother
haired guy.
was the ninja.
He was
I
the
knew
night
it.
teacher.
I'm getting people mixed up. It's been a while
Yes,
since
you
I've seen
are.
their faces. It's
Well,
so cult.
apparently he was a part of a cult that worshipped that dragon back in this time. Again, apparently the signer legend goes back a long time.
Wait. What dragon?
He calls it the Crimson Dragon.
Crimson Dragon.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
That's weird and odd.
Klein, have you ever heard of one of the cards like that? I don't think I have.
I don't think I've ever heard of a card like that, even in the future.
Alright, then what about the pillars? Where I found the black card.
She kind of gives a smile. I went there on a little bit of a whim, honestly.
Oh,
That
Actually-
place is a pretty neat place on the island. Duel Academy Island itself is very spiritually and very connected to the other worlds, which is probably why everything starts here.
I guess I should mention then that black card that turned to a white card, turn into this, and then he'll show off the card.
It
It
transformed.
might be because we're in the spirit world, they can actually just assume their forms here instead of waiting for more energy.
Oh.
I don't know. True Draco, though, that shouldn't exist in this time.
So I was
What?
right.
Jess was right. You called it.
It doesn't exist.
I'm a genius.
Oh my god,
Well,
you were right.
So maybe the
There's a long
reason.
history about dual monsters and how it came to be, and technically almost every monster that will exist in the future technically already exists now, so I guess the spirit of that monster just went into that card. I don't know. I wouldn't
have
put
a
too
qu-
much faith that it would work outside of the spirit
this
world,
entire,
though.
this entire explanation's
I have a question though.
Hmm?
Speaking of the future and all that,
Looks to you.
so you have this technology. Who else has this technology?
What
Wait.
technology?
technology. It was never.
She wasn't sent here through technology. She was sent here by magic, by her card.
Some things sound.
Oh,
arrogant.
sorry. That out of character for a moment. I had to do something with the phone.
Oh, that's fine. The
Okay,
Crimson,
so
the
let's-
Crimson Dragon sent her into the past.
So let's just pretend.
Is
that
the
that thing
Crimson
happened.
Dragon the only monster that can send someone back in time?
I don't know. I mean, I would think. I don't even know if the Crimson Dragon is a card or any type of thing. It just seems like a really powerful spirit. I was
Let's
gonna ask
assume-
Doriato more, but after saving you guys, I lost my deck. So
Let's assume that there are more beings out there like the Crimson Dragon. If that's true, there might be a chance of getting out of here, or at least to another dimension.
oh, definitely. Actually, she actually just she looks over to you guys. We would need to go further.
Further out there.
Before we do that, I have another question.
Hmm?
Since you're from the future, you would know. What became of the laboratories of Duel Academy?
All of Duel Academy in 3 years disappears.
Well, we know that much. But the stuff we saw at the labs,
She probably doesn't know anything about that.
I saw all of what you guys saw there too, and
All the crazy
weirdly enough, I do think that some of that technology got off the island.
that's what I thought.
Some of the stuff
wouldn't-
there looked like it was, well, a little bit too advanced.
Heh, you think more people reached into the future and pulled them back?
I don't think that anyone else has really gone to the past like I have, but
There are one or two scenarios that I'm guessing right now. One, the technology from the future was taken to the past, or two, that technology of our present is something that was used in that 3-year future.
maybe. I don't
But
know
there's-
why, if that card was already here, it didn't happen for 3 years, though. That's still a bit of a mystery to me. But
Who
Oh,
want to open
At
these
that
packs?
point, Toby will actually reach back for where the pack was in his pocket.
oh, you mean this pack right here? The pack that may have something interesting about it?
Yeah,
you-
I
if you
thought I
scroll over
had
it?
the pack. Oh, it still has
Don't
some-
look in it yet, though. Don't look in it.
I'm not looking at it.
Remember last time you opened. Uh-oh, nothing's there.
Oh.
What are you talking about? Nothing's in there.
Oh, what happened? I alt tabbed.
Don't worry about it.
Damn it.
That was I didn't see anything. I just saw a white box.
Anyway, what's
he'll
up?
pull out the pack, but like, does it feel like there's still a card in there?
It doesn't feel like there's a card in there, no. But you do feel a bit of a weight coming from it.
Like a
That's
tentacle.
odd.
Huh?
I
You-
feel like
Do you want to look inside?
yes.
Are you about to? Are you? Ah!
That's me, right? Not Toby.
It's so cute.
Is that? Does it come out?
It does. It comes out.
Oh my god.
Well, Kariba's out of the bag now.
Either little guy.
I love it.
That was unexpected.
Gets knife ready.
As Karibo starts flying around, just like hanging out, doing its thing.
Tell me, Petite Dragon's playing with Karibo.
Makoto's
It goes
like,
over to Petite Dragon.
Makoto is in a fighter stance, eyeing it with his knife out, seeing if it's malicious.
Makoto, it's a
Makoto.
It's a Karibo. Look at
Petite
it.
Dra-
It's a
you're looking-
Karibo that...
You're looking at
Okay,
it as if it's malicious. It and Petite Dragon are looking like they're having fun flying in the air.
looks to Magnus. It's an innocent card that came from a pack that destroyed the entire island.
No, it's
Okay,
not
so you could
okay.
Look at Alice's deck.
Okay.
So, Tess, I have a question.
Looks back at
Like-
Jess.
I mean, like, all this stuff about the lab and coming back is interesting and all, but I don't really know if it has anything to do with what points outside we're dealing with right now.
Mm,
What I'm wondering more is the darkness cards did this. What the heck are they?
I don't know. I never knew anything about the darkness cards in the future. It seemed to be something only that happened on this island.
Hold on, we special. Wait a second.
And it
Don't we-
happened 3 years
Rem-
ago, right?
Well, it'll... No, it's... Everything's happening now, and 3 years in the future, this was supposed to happen.
No,
But
I meant
but
3
I think
years.
that because I saved you guys, it happened sooner. Because we were able to buy out all the cards until we found that one last pack.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, you're sure the darkness cards are present at your time?
I don't know. I've never even heard of them before coming to the island.
They must have
What
been
if there's a chance that something else sped up the process in the boat?
Looks at you.
During our boat trip, us surviving is one thing. But if us surviving is also part of this butterfly effect, then maybe there's something in the boat that had to do with the darkness packs. Why did we die in the first
Harley
iteration?
kind of steps forward a bit from that. Well, we all know who I am at this point, right?
Yeah, more or less. I haven't really told anyone, but I
Of
didn't really
course.
try to keep it a secret.
There's so much going on, I forgot for a moment. I apologize.
No, I will say
apologize.
that
Fuck you.
I will say that all these talks about the darkness packs and whatnot, I may not be very high up in my little group, but I will say that I have no idea anything about them either. But I will say one other thing. That other group that we were going against, they sure had a lot of them. The ones you
You
met
know-
off in the forest.
The guys who tranquilized me.
Oh, so question. Who was that guy, since it doesn't even matter anymore?
Oh, again, I don't know who they are. I only know
Oh.
who my friends are. I can
All
only
right.
point you off in the direction of where I think that one is.
I see. Well, maybe some of your friends came with us. That way we have some allies in a way.
in
That
some-
is, if they're even alive.
Yeah, I mean, considering what we
Tess
just
kind of
dealt
looks down at that.
with, considering
So
what-
wait a moment.
Oh,
Makoto lifts a finger. When we were on the ship, sure, I assumed the worst, but were they really going to kill us, even with Tess not there?
I mean, they did pull out all their guns on us.
I don't know what they would have done, to be perfectly honest. I'm surprised you guys made it to the island in general.
I mean, they did give us a little boat.
I didn't know if they were supposed to kill you, if you were supposed to die at sea, if they were going to capture you, take you back, but you weren't supposed to make your way to the island. If you did, it ruins everything.
Yeah.
That's odd. He just let us go.
Yeah?
Maybe he didn't
Okay.
think you'd make it.
So your brother.
Or maybe he felt sorry for you. I don't know.
That's not Tess, Makoto.
This is Heartless.
No,
Oh.
he's looking at Tess as he goes, so your brother.
The cult, right?
He was a part. Apparently, he was a part of a cult that worshipped the Crimson Dragon, and knew about the signer stuff, even being from this time.
What was he doing when we were on the boat?
I told him that I wanted to be on the boat with the 4 people that were going to disappear, so he made me late. He was gonna go ahead to the island, and I was gonna go and try to save you guys.
So maybe he was involved somehow with our survival.
Maybe.
I don't know much
maybe.
about him, but I guess there is a chance that maybe if I hadn't have shown up, he could have been involved in your disappearance.
And
Either
this
way,
other group, are they from the future, or are they a group that didn't really act in our present?
I don't know anything about that.
There's no way to know that until we can capture one. If
Well,
we
these
can
are
find
questions
Anything
we're
that
not going to answer now talking. I'm just putting these
Mhm.
questions forward.
Anything that happened on the island within, honestly, a little bit of before they disappeared, nobody really knows. All the people involved with the island around that time, the students, everyone just gone. And even the spirits that I talked to from my time, they don't say anything about what happened. They don't seem to either know or they don't want to say. But even in all my dreams of the spirit world, I never saw anyone from the academy or anyone who knew anything about what happened.
That's a good sign.
There's
But it's fine though. There's still a little bit of something we can do.
Oh.
All the different 12 realms are connected. As long as we don't go down, we're fine.
What's down?
The
I just want to
desert-
go down in
The
dimensions.
desert dimension is one of the lowest dimensions in the 12, but it's not the lowest. Right above us is, well, this is going to sound a lot worse than it is, but the
Oh.
dark dimension.
here's
Like-
the,
so
here's the
wait, there.
question.
Does that
So-
mean where fiends live?
So wait, we're not the lowest.
No, there's lower.
That means Ed's probably down there.
Why would you think that?
Kodo, we have no reason to think anything is anywhere right now.
In that swirling vortex, he could be anywhere. Not necessarily down.
He could be anywhere, but if he went downwards, then maybe he is down.
It's not even really down, per se. I just know that the 12 realms are... I know what they are and what they have in them. I say
Mhm.
down because, well, I ranked them in order of worst and best as they were connected. If we go
Alright.
down, then it just gets, I guess, kind of less life. There are less spirits there and less stuff that I know about it. Because
So,
not even the spirits want to go.
that sounds like a wonderful place to go. What is below this realm anyway, in terms of ranking, I guess?
Doriato called it the underworld.
That's, Underworld.
That shadow.
A place that only shadows live.
Huh.
True
So-
selves?
So it's some sort of shadow realm.
That seems like a better name for it, to be honest. I'm kidding.
God damn it.
I wonder if shadow games are played in that realm.
I've heard that people called the desert dimension the shadow realm a lot, though.
Well, it
Weird.
does suck.
This place isn't as bad as the places below, but I will say that we're in a really dangerous place.
Oh, what gave that away?
Then
Huh.
we
The
need
big
to start
monsters, and Doriato said so.
He gives a glare at
Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
to get to the next dimension above. If anything, maybe we should salvage this school.
I mean,
See what's here. See what we can get to help us.
maybe there's a
If
gun
dual
lying around.
monsters exist right now, he looks into his fiend deck. There are plenty of monsters that have visions and
You
such.
bring your fiend deck out. As you do, you notice first off that your deck box is a lot lighter than you would hope it would be.
He does give a twitch at this, but he's not thinking of dual monsters right now,
As
but he
you
is
do
going to
this,
check
though,
that after.
bringing out your fiend deck, the Karibo flies over towards you.
Aw, it likes you.
I still don't trust you, Glare.
I want to know. Do you have anything particular in your fiend deck?
He was going to take out something like Big Eye to show their
No.
They're
I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
Fucking career.
Oh my god, I forgot I had
How
that in
did
my
you
deck.
forget that? I don't even have that deck and I know that.
Wait. But you were in the... Who takes out Karibo card?
Well, the card you have is a new card, but you're in the spirit world, dude.
Yeah. Wait
No,
a
he's
second.
like, wait, but you were in the bag, but I have you here.
Wait,
You were in the bag.
I thought if that means I'm gonna pull out Baby Dragon.
You pull
Baby
out
dragon's
Baby
okay.
Dragon.
Come
Is
on.
that what the girls call your thing?
Shut up.
It seems like nothing's in there. You didn't make a pact with Baby Dragon yet, remember?
Damn it.
You have to play it.
I never got a chance to play Gale's card. God damn it.
But
Put it back.
as I was saying, monsters like these are known for their visions. We might find a monster that's able to see in the other dimension, see if maybe we can find the people that we lost.
That's a lengthy goal.
That's a very lengthy goal, but it's a goal.
Well, it was better than my first instinct,
And what was that?
going to the underworld and seeing if Ed's there.
Yeah, I like your other
have-
idea way better.
So
I
let's do
mean-
the smart thing and focus on getting out of the Death Desert. Speaking of, looks directly at Tess.
Right. I keep wanting to say it, but I keep getting... Don't worry about it. So, there are two powers here in the desert that are always constantly, I guess, fighting. And
Okay.
from what Doriado said, they'll continue to fight forever.
Okay.
Are there like a red demon and a blue demon?
No, it's more like a bunch of really scary, autonomous, communal monsters versus a bunch of really scary, evil dragons.
I like this realm. It sounds awesome. Let's go find him and watch.
Which most of them are probably human-hating and don't like things. And
This
But Curtis, just
sounds
scout
like
ahead and see if we can
I
find a good spot to
play
find him.
So what about them?
oh well, I guess all we have to do is fulfill that prophecy.
There's
How?
a prophecy now.
Yeah, if one side wins, then the gate to the upper realms will open.
So we gotta help. We gotta help a war.
So either we help dragons or what was the other thing?
Well, if we help the dragons and make sure that they gain their power and are able to fight back against all the hordes of really, really bad, strong golems of destruction, then they will be sure to have enough power to open the portal to the above world. Or we could
Yep.
let the monsters kill all the dragons, and through their death, they would probably open up a sad portal down to the underworld.
Well, clearly,
You're saying all this as if it was just a quest in Earth of Battlecraft.
It's something that
not gonna
Doriado
be that
told me.
easy.
that was such a stretch, Will.
All I will say, though, is that even in the future, this battle has not been decided, so...
Well, that's because in your future,
Yeah,
we don't
but let's be
exist.
fair. A lot of things that didn't happen the same way. So we're just gonna have to make it different.
Yeah.
We're literally a huge difference in living.
So if
Yeah,
we can somehow cause that battle to end hundreds of years sooner than it's probably ever supposed to end, then, we can leave.
That sounds easy enough. We just gotta win a war.
Or how about we look at our surroundings before we start putting ourselves in the middle of a war?
Well, that's
I
why I
mean-
said at the beginning we could salvage what we have here and then go do what we need to do.
Like, we don't even have an understanding of our surroundings. We need at least a rough sketch of a map.
Well, they're saying that way,
Oh, yes.
that way, and that way.
No, you got it, Magnus.
There's the map. We just gotta pick
Great
a direction.
observation.
Karibo
gotta
just
pick a
kind of
direction.
Karibo, by the way, just flies into your deck.
For now, Makoto takes out his notebook, draws a circle in the middle. This is the only landmark we know right now. He puts Duel Academy in the circle.
He writes a
Alright.
little Duel Academy symbol on there
Okay.
with the D and the A.
So,
So,
if this is a realm full of dragons,
Can't we get one of the monsters to scout things
What?
out?
yeah.
I will say that anything we try to fight or talk to here is going to be very primitive.
Oh, don't-
unfortunately, we can't do the easy thing and split up because the moment we split up,
I refuse.
one monster needs a whole group of us to take down, I assume.
You
I
can act like I'm ever gonna fight one of these things. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna run for my life.
You act
Yeah.
like we're gonna run up on them and hit them with these things they gave us. She holds up the leg of a chair.
no, we don't. I do not expect any of us
We
to actually be
have-
using these.
If
So,
anything, we have dual monster spirits that we could use. At least some of us do.
Do you
What's your
want
petite
Karibo
dragon
to go into that battle by himself?
No,
Makoto,
Petite-
I choose life.
Yeah, don't leave Karibo out of this. You hated him a second ago. Well, yeah, now he's my Babu.
now
Yeah,
he's
but
my
now
son,
he's
and I love
mine.
him.
Now he's my son and I love him.
So,
Now
so,
that I know he came from my deck, I'm less suspicious.
Well, he didn't come from your. Okay.
well, your deck, you.
I
I'm
mean, you
okay.
came
Now
from
that
my
he's in
pack,
my
then
deck,
okay.
I'm less suspicious.
That's what I mean, yes.
Anyway, Petite Dragon, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here.
Petite dragon flies around you.
But yeah, we
Awesome.
do.
So Petite
Even
Dragon.
if we consider our monsters able to fight, we have to consider that the attack points came from something. Even
Yes.
Lejeune, sorry,
With his massive 1800 attack
1800.
power.
he acknowledged his attack points, so our monsters aren't gonna be incredibly strong against, let's say, what could be a wild blue eyes white dragon.
I have a perfect answer for that, but I understand your point. Anyway,
But can we summon anything that's not a dual spirit?
let's find out. Do I have wait? Do we have our dual discs?
You do?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, those are welded to our arms at all times.
So let's find out. I'm gonna turn mine on. I'm gonna go fight that monster now.
You turn on your dual disc.
Just put it on your fucking thing.
I don't want to break the ceiling.
Put something small on, Magnus.
I
I have a baby dragon.
do have baby dragon. That's why I'm gonna summon I'm kidding.
As Magnus is taking a while to think about it, Makoto just sighs and Big Eye on his dual disc.
Hey,
You put Big Eye on your dual disc. As you do,
On his dual disc.
as you do,
Since
a,
you put-
a hologram of Big Eye appears.
He
I'm gonna go
waves
fuck
his hand through Big Eye. Yeah, that's my thought.
lame.
Maybe.
What did you think was gonna happen? This
I
is
don't know.
technology. You think there's magic in our technology?
Well,
Kaiba
I'm
starts
sorry,
laughing
Makoto.
maniacally.
I'm sorry, Makoto. I'm sure.
Anyway,
How about you cast a spell or something since we're in Magic Land?
Sure, let me just get my assembly up and cast a fireball.
That would be helpful. As you as against
Yes,
the
do you have any good ideas while they argue?
well, I mean,
What's the idea, Tess?
I never said that we had to. I never said that we had to go out there and fight monsters.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there are other ways to win wars, right? And these things are big and terrifying and powerful, and we're tiny and squishy and made of bones and flesh.
Are you saying that in here is a way to communicate with these large monsters?
No, what I'm saying is, out of all of them, the only ones that we'd ever be able to talk to are maybe the dragons. The other
mean-
creatures have absolutely no intelligence. That's why they haven't left.
Well, yeah, but we have to get to the dragons first, unless there's a magic cell phone or future
She
cell phone.
motions to the stairs. We're not gonna be able to talk to them from down here, that's for sure.
Are you kidding me? He just rose his temple.
I mean, we didn't let her finish, so.
Yeah, we have been. It's been very stressful. I'm sorry, Ted.
I mean, we did kind of just appear here. If there are smart dragons around, wouldn't they wonder what the new building in the middle of the wasteland is?
And if they're
Sure.
not, and if none of them are smart, that's gonna be a big problem either way. I was thinking that we just try to see if we get something's attention. And if we get something's attention and it's good, then hooray! And if it's bad, then we go back inside and hope that they just ignore us.
If
Go
it's
away.
bad, then a Harpy's pet dragon will probably swoop down, grab Magnus, and run off with its new food.
Hey, why would it grab me?
I mean.
Because you have more thick meat.
Thank you, but also screw you.
I mean, wouldn't be the worst loss.
Oh, thanks.
you just grins a little.
She looks
Anywho.
over at Toby. However, I do like the plan of going through the academy and seeing if we can get anything that would help us beforehand. Unfortunately for us, the shop was all packed up with Tilly, but maybe we
Oh, we
can
don't-
find something, maybe even food?
Food sounds nice.
Yeah.
Food, water, clearly water.
Not to mention, she motions outside. It seems like it's still dark on this side too.
If there's food here, then we'll be good for now, but he takes out his notebook. I will be prepared if we need to go out there.
We'll do it. Well, one step at a time. That's
Yeah,
all we
but
gotta
we'll have to do it together if we're gonna survive these wastelands.
She motions to everyone who has been running, especially over toward Asher, who got his nat 1s and fell and has kind of like scrapes around him. Her, who also, had her arms kind of scratched up by sand being lifted up. She's just like,
I hate sand. It gets everywhere.
maybe we could secure some place in here and try to find some food and maybe rest a bit until it gets a little brighter.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna turn off the tool disc.
You okay with that?
Big Eye
Asher?
goes away.
I put Big Eye in my pocket and walk away from Makoto.
Who? What's Big Eye?
Grabs Big Eye.
That's like I wanted Big Eye. I have my own fiends.
As you guys go to see if the cafeteria has anything for you.
And now that we're calming down, he does look down and realize, yeah, his deck box is a bit less full.
Yeah, I would like for everyone here to please go ahead and roll me for their instincts.
Do I need to roll since I'm checking anyway?
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't have to roll.
I got a
10.
17 with my 15, so
Alright.
I got a fucking huge number.
Toby, as everybody's walking around trying to figure stuff out, you guys do go into the cafeteria and you notice that there is still a humongous load of dual bread!
Woo!
You guys have dual bread for days! However, you're pretty sure that since this isn't the dual bread for the new day, that there's probably not a golden egg witch in here.
You never fucking know.
You never know. If you want to open every single one of them and, like, ruin your food supply, then go ahead.
Good point.
Not
But-
hurry.
There is a humongous thing of dual bread in here. As everybody goes and sits down and kind of like chomps down on a dual bread, you guys, I'm gonna assume you guys get pretty okay ones, not great. It's like salad.
What
Anyway,
what does a nat 20 get me in a dual bread?
you'll see. But that wasn't the roll for dual bread. I'm just saying,
Damn.
while everybody's going and sitting down and kind of getting a bit of their rest on, Toby,
Yeah.
you go into yourself. You kind of like reach out. You kind of reach out for your dungeon dice monsters. Kind of like feel and like kind of like move them around your fingers and be like, oh yeah, I don't have them. Sucks. Instead, you open up your deck box and you look inside and you notice something immediately different.
Yeah.
You notice that you do not have your deck of light in front of you.
He
In
just
fact,
sighs.
you seem to have your wind deck, and at the front of your wind deck you have the spirit of spirit of the breeze and your new card just kind of in front of them. You seem to have your wind deck and not your light deck.
Just sighs. I should have put more time into this.
Makoto, you search yours as well as you notice that for some reason your insect/plant deck is completely missing. The only thing that remains is Ladybug.
At least still have you.
Makoto,
He kind of has a defeated sigh, but he does look to his fiend deck going, well, I guess I'm using you earlier than I thought.
Magnus,
Yes.
you look through your cards and everything's the same. You didn't bring your other deck.
Yeah.
You piece of shit!
I didn't bring
Everything's
my
the same.
other
You didn't
deck.
bring your other deck. You're fine.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my other deck either.
Sucks.
Yeah, yours switched. He already had his secondary deck.
Yeah. I brought it there for the specific purpose of maybe getting an upgrade.
Biggest loss we have is Jerry Beans, man.
And Jess,
Yes.
you do not have your warrior deck on you. You never had your warrior deck on you. Everything's fine. However, you do have your sacred swords card with you. And of
Just look
course
through my
wind.
deck, and the gaping vortex that is not having Legion in it. Just while eating, I'm just probably staring at Ancient Lantern most of the time.
I'm burning in the underworld. Anyway, no.
So, my legend.
I can't. Full did a
So
thing.
my buddy, let's get out of here.
Guys,
You have
the
me-
Lori Calcamos.
Hold on,
Let's go
guys.
get vengeance on our friends.
guys. I've been trying to keep this in for like 5 minutes. FOMO did a thing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a video thing.
Oh
It's
no.
on YouTube.
I can't look at
I-
the video though,
I
unfortunately.
physically can't.
Wait, video.
can't.
Oh my
Where?
god, they did art as well.
It's called Ed.
Ed
Look at the
fucking
video title.
dies.
Ed fucking dies. I can't. I fucking
Oh no.
can't. Okay.
It's,
You take a quick break if you're inside.
oh, oh my fucking god. The budget cuts here.
I wish I could watch it, but I can't.
I didn't know we were doing Homestuck.
I wish I could watch it, but I can't. If I try, it's gonna destroy the connection.
Just scroll down and see the picture after the video, and you'll get a feel of it.
What, the why?
No, the Makoto with his feet in the air, Homestuck style.
Either way. With all that being said.
Hyperventilate.
Oh.
With all that
This
being
is
said,
too
guys.
beautiful.
I'm sorry. I had to. Moving on.
You guys notice that your decks are the way they are. Jess, you're missing the lack of fucking 12 different cards that you had. 12 of your best cards.
Yeah, I don't miss those. I miss Legion.
Well, I said 12 because Legion's the 12th.
But I don't miss the 11. I only miss 1. I mean, the Black Lusters would be nice, but I don't have my warrior deck anyway.
As you guys go and kind of chill out for the rest of get yourselves chilled out, make sure that the cafeteria area and the front door area is secure as possible. Everyone kind of just gets around together, and even though Tess has just told you guys everything, she kind of is keeping off to herself as everybody's kind of like off together with everyone. She's kind of keeping off to herself, like over in the corner. She has her dual bread, her draw bread. She's eating it. You guys saw that it was like fucking it was weird. It was like Alfredo or something. It was weird.
I'm not okay with this. I'm gonna go sit with her.
She had Alfredo bread. Jess, you get up to start moving over as all of a sudden she kind of stands up like, "Oh, bathroom!" and rushes out. Hey! I threw it that way and it showed up here. Anyway.
Neat.
It's like she, she's just like, "I'm out, guy, bye." I mean, you could always try to chase her down to the bathroom if you wanted to, but...
You're right, I'm a girl, therefore I can go in the bathroom.
She's probably not in the bathroom, though.
She's gonna run away from me. I'm not gonna chase her. She doesn't want me around. That's fine. Bitch. Don't say you're my friend.
As you guys are all perfectly aware because of the whole bathroom and run away that you guys are alone. Only the present people are here. Fucking present people for life, yo.
Yeah.
So if we have to be cannibals, we eat Tess first. Agreed?
No.
No.
Kidding.
Jesus.
Fucking eat you
He
first.
doesn't actually do that.
Ryan starts signing toward people, but then realizes, oh shit, and just kind of sits back and puts his feet up on the
Makoto, do you
table
have
like
another-
fuck it.
Makoto, do you have a second?
Makoto rips half of his notebook that's
Thank you.
half of the notebook he's not using and gives him an extra pen.
Ryan gives you a thumbs up,
Gives him a thumbs up.
Don't write
and
a
then
word
looks
up
at
on a
the
page.
looks at the paper, holds the pen as if he's about to write something, and then you see him start writing. You guys look over at him like he obviously has profound words for us all, and he's writing another trashy vampire novel.
This man just slams his head against the table.
I'm glad you still have your priorities in order.
I'm gonna go get paper from the office.
Oh my god, Ryan. Why do you do this to me?
You know what? You mock him now, but those novels are probably gonna help us later.
Yeah, we'll go to the realm of
They're gonna help
trashy
me
fans.
if anything else. I'm gonna look over his shoulder, look at what he's writing.
You start watching him write. As you do, roll me for your instinct. That's an 18. How come you keep rolling so good on your instinct? You have a passive
I have a
one.
vested interest in these trashy vampire novels.
And
You-
they're
you-
still slightly.
You notice that he's writing extremely quickly. He's not stopping to correct any spelling mistakes. He's not stopping to correct like anything like, oh no, that doesn't sound right. He's just writing it out, not freaking second guessing himself going through. As you're watching him though, he seems to be telling a story of a lonely little vampire lost in a desert.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Christ.
When the sun comes up, unfortunately he will perish. He must find ways to defend himself against the scorching heat. When all of a sudden, an ocean of flame erupts from the sun. It's really weird.
It's fucking garbage. Like, it's perfect.
God, I can't wait to read
I
it
have-
and it actually makes
It's
sense.
from what you can tell, it has something to do with like a lonely little vampire making a satanic pact to be able to walk in the sunlight.
When Makoto reads it,
Brian,
he's
are you
like,
literally writing about what's going on right now?
I mean, what better inspiration, right?
He goes to the top of the page and just like right to the top, just like I use life experiences.
then
You
Makoto,
have an evil twin?
when Makoto goes to read, well, he is going to the office now, but when he does read it, he goes, Ryan, I can't believe you would do this. It's not fair. How can I read behind these tears?
Fucking shit.
How can I read? God dang it!
Copyright
Anyway.
Anthony.
Copyright me. You fucking stole that shit. Anyway,
No, that's what he's saying. It's like that was your copyright.
thank you. Thank you.
Trademark, here's $10.
Fuck off. You don't have any real money.
As you go to get more supplies, you are able to get your supplies very easily. You want to pick up some extra for Ryan while you're there too.
Get what for Ryan?
You're getting paper in the teacher's office.
Yeah.
Would you like to pick up some extra for Ryan and yourself as well?
He's gonna get as much paper as he feel he can hold. He's gonna see if he can
Roll
find
physique.
like a. He's gonna see if he can also find a folder to organize it.
Roll physique.
All right. I don't think I'll have that much paper, but
We'll see how much paper you can hold with your massive muscles.
there we go.
16.
You're able to carry out a good you find a box, you load down the stuff with box, you load down the box with like a bunch of paper, some folders, some pens, things like that, and you start walking back with it. You're not straining yourself with the box, but it is rather heavy as you walk back in laden with some hauls from the teacher's lounge. You even have like a couple of snacker bars on the top. Because you're not yourself when you're hungry. Eat a Snackers.
God fucking that. But yeah, also make sure I have like folders and stuff, so while we're running around,
Yeah.
the things can stick.
I get you. You hand off a folder to Ryan. You have your own folder. There's some other papers and stuff in here. You start loading it down, and again, you make your way off toward the window as you're looking out. As you look out the window, you see the sand beast. Just kind of prowling and knocking over sand dunes for no reason, and
It looks straight at the window. It puts its fingers to its eye, the whole thing, and
no,
then points
it would have to have intelligence for that shit.
It
Looks
gains
like-
intelligence.
I know you're in there.
Every
Looks
point
like this
David's-
really is a sanctuary.
As you see that this creature just kind of hits the mounds of sand and then immediately goes into it and comes out from another mound later on, hits another one, knocks it over, goes into, comes out. He's just doing his thing, man. Would you like to roll me for your instinct, however?
Oh, okay.
Because you might notice something else.
Okay. Either way, I know what I'm saying in response.
Do you?
Yeah. I get 10 passive plus 14.
Okay. You notice as it kind of goes and hits something, something shifts and it doesn't go inside of it. As it does, you notice another creature rising up from beneath the sands, kind of pushing back the creature that just slammed into it, like, fuck you!
Face a
Well,
butt.
Makoto actually sits cross-legged and just starts watching.
As
Start
these things
fighting.
for a couple of seconds like kind of bash at each other, but then they walk away from each other like fuck it.
He is going to analyze their movements and all that, see if there are like any equivalents of his life to kind of get an idea of their environment and all that. He's observing and writing notes.
The sand creature, by the way, you know, it kind of ran off beforehand. The big like rocky creature seems to have the slightest bit of intelligence, as it kind of just asserts its dominance over the area and just kind of sinks back onto the hill it was sitting on as more sand starts covering it. It was apparently just sitting on a hill and sand covered it, and this thing thought it was sand.
Makoto does have detailed notes of their actions and all that.
The fucking animals.
These things are obviously fucking stupider than animals. Like these things are fucking like, I am big and you are big. We hit each other, so we big, then I sleep.
That sounds about right.
Majestic creatures.
But,
This is what nature is.
so,
On the top of this creature, you just see, yeehaw! I'm kidding.
he's riding the sand beast. He
No,
is
So
the
the,
dragons come.
He
he will
does
ride
put it.
them.
He does put a note that he does highlight, saying that they are far less intelligent than human beings.
so,
As you guys
if-
kind of sit here, you guys are doing all these things. Tess is nowhere around. You guys want to talk about things with each other? You want to say anything about Tess while she's not around? What do you guys want to do?
So because this place is full of like spirit energy and shit, I remember this. This is written. I wrote this physically down. That Marmot already have energy in it.
Marmot does have energy in it already, somewhat.
And it's in the. And you said I got all my extras. Wait, do we still have those? No, did I bring that? I don't think I brought that. Never mind. Damn.
Your extras are at your house.
Yeah, everything else is at my house.
Or at your
I need to
dorm,
find that.
Then,
Oh shit! The
If I-
extra was at the house.
I could,
Oh fuck.
I mean, if we're just here talking and relaxing, they'll speak up like, "Hey, Hurley, I have a question."
Who'd you say?
Harley.
Oh, okay. She's just over at the thing, nibbling on her own avocado bread, as she just looks over like,
Honestly, at this point, I don't think it matters. But who replaced me?
Well, there were two slifers that were with us.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure you want to know?
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I don't know at the end of this I'll have any spite left.
Roll charisma. Or charm, I mean.
Alright, I'm just moving this, it's not rolling.
Makoto's gonna listen in since he's kind of interested.
Hold on. That's a 10.
What is your charm?
I don't know.
Your passive charm is
14.
That's
Holy
pretty
shit,
good.
I forgot.
It's pretty freaking good.
I forgot I had a 14.
They look. As she looks over at you guys, as she does, she kind of gives a bit of a smile. You know that Exodia guy,
I
Yeah.
had a feeling.
the one that never speaks.
Yeah.
I've never heard him say a word either, and I'm working with him.
Hmm.
Didn't he freeze time or something, Jess?
Yeah.
There was weird magic stuff going on that one time, yeah.
Whenever the boss told us about him, he's apparently some sort of dueling prodigy.
Huh.
And whenever they were talking about things, they were also mentioning something about spirits or power or something. Again, we were just there, and they put him in the Slifer dorms because in the Obelisk dorms he would be much too, well, prominent looking, you know?
Yeah.
Hide one of our strongest in plain sight.
Guess that makes sense why I tried taking something from me.
So what about the rest of us?
I think I know who one was.
She just smiles at you, raises her hand like, it's me.
No, besides you.
Oh,
I mean, I I didn't really think about it until they were both in front of me. And I mean, we know who took my place, and there's another person who knows sign language. There was only supposed to be
Ryan
one.
looks over at you as you say this.
Your friend wasn't supposed to be.
Wait.
He thumbs up at that. Almost
You
like, yeah, I
knew?
know.
You knew?
As Makoto shrugs, why wouldn't you know?
That's a good
He writes
point.
down on a piece of paper. I was told to hang out around a girl that knew sign language.
Yeah, you know. Makes sense.
Well, I said I'd help him get his deck back.
I
If I
mean,
get my hands on, I'm keeping.
why not get his deck back and then maybe he'll give.
He writes down, once you guys started being suspicious of first years, I kind of understood that he was the most suspicious person around me, at least.
I suppose. Wait, he wouldn't even have my archfiends, would he? They're hidden.
No one.
Again,
has
none of us had those
eyebrows.
cards. They never came to the island. They took your cards on the boat.
And
Okay,
the,
we've gotten copies.
and the last.
Well, last.
The last cipher.
She
Well,
looks
it's-
over. Magnus, do you want to tell them? I'm kidding.
I wouldn't know.
I think she was
Ouch.
accusing you of being her partner in crime.
I mean, we haven't committed any crimes yet.
Well, I don't know what you mean by last. There's still two of them.
Yeah, one took over Tess and one took Makoto.
Oh, right, Tess, my bad. That out of character. Flop. And the
That
last
one was
two-
actually pretty interesting, to be honest.
Hmm?
We thought only 4 people would be on the boat. Would have been on that boat, but then a 5th person showed up, and I guess
Well-
now we kind of understand why. Our
Yeah.
information told us there were 5 students missing. So the last person was a bit of a last minute addition. She kind of just like puts her hands like down on like just kind of like puts her hand in her cheek, just kind of like lays down on the table. You remember that girl with the hoodie?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Really?
They were saying something about her being already an agent on the island. But apparently she wasn't real or something. It was really weird.
Yeah, I think she had elf ears. It was weird. Looks at Klein. It's why I dragged her off.
Oh,
Wait,
she's
what? Elfears? What?
She's
Another
a dual
dual
spirit.
a dual spirit working for the card thieves. Okay.
So the card thieves knew about 5.
Guess so.
And then finally there was our leader, but I'd rather not talk about them right now.
Where are they? Where are they?
Hey, wait, the hoodie girl was a raw, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
As
It's
Makoto,
supposed to be a raw.
as Makoto looks at Alice, are you secretly the leader?
No, what? No.
Okay,
Well-
just checking.
I'm not even
Well, I
sure if you
lost out
guys.
on
I'm not
5
even sure if you guys would have known who the leader was. To be honest,
Was it Sly?
no.
The
Well, then
leader.
I
is-
get
I'm sorry.
the-
Is Sly a raw?
Oh, he's a raw.
You mean a
Not a raw flavor.
slifer?
Oh, the leader's a Sly. I'm not. I'm kind of.
Remember, we put our 2 strongest in the lower.
And who the hell
I
was the
swear
other?
to God, if it was Nate.
Oh
Obviously,
no!
you got me.
first year. The only person left, Ed?
No.
You guys can keep trying to guess who it was, but again, I doubt you'll know.
I'll try us.
He kept to They kept to themselves.
I'm just trying to think of all the other first years that were.
Guy who was stalking us?
No,
That was
He's
a
a
raw.
raw.
Too.
he is a raw.
I don't think.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing too, actually.
She's basically saying out loud, you guys might not have seen him on the island.
I guess we've never really.
Oh, speaking of him, he had shimmering, kind of strange darkness going on with him.
Another one.
Yeah.
The island's
Like, you
infested.
guys already knew he had a dual spirit and was listening in, but there was something creepy
Did
going on.
did Connor ever mention why he was watching us?
He's just a weirdo who likes watching people.
Or maybe he knew we were supposed to be dead.
Dun
I don't
dun
know,
dun
we'd
dun
have
dun
to ask
dun.
We'd have to find him and ask him. Or interrogate.
Nate was the leader all along, baby. It's been a 2-year con.
That's enough.
Levy's
Slice
like,
of
my
bitch.
God, it was Obelisk Jones.
This hurts my head. We had a mafia that stole our places. We were supposed to disappear. There's time travel. We're in a different dimension. Ah!
Yeah, I stopped thinking about it for a while. I'm starting to get a migraine.
I mean, it's kind of simple if you just think about it.
I'd rather not.
Obviously,
All I know is that today has been such an interesting day, but someone like me, I get a bit tired sometimes. Alice leans up against Makoto as if she's going to sleep.
Outlets her.
I wonder if the treasures are like in their respective realms. or
And
they
now I'm
opposite
back
realms.
out. What? Treasure? Let's go get the treasure. I'm kidding.
One of the fiery one was at the bottom of the lake. So
I was thinking about that.
I wonder if they have anything.
It'd be nice if their locations were
Joker, look.
easier to access right now.
Hey,
suppose-
we got American Jake donating $2. What?
Hey.
Yulurnger was the boss the whole time? I
Oh, for
knew it. His
fuck's-
pathetic demeanor was a ruse the whole time. Also, inspiration to Jess. She needs it the most.
True.
Thank you.
The thing Yolunga was divorcing was not his wife, but the law.
God damn it.
Another dice for the pile.
You have 4 inspiration now.
Yeah.
Hmm. Tess has been gone.
But the lake was pretty close by, wasn't
Tess like just left like about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay. my bad.
Look, Makoto. I'm thinking out loud because I'm just like, I remember that thing almost burnt a hole in my jacket. But if you think that if anything is geographically the same, like actually picked up and put down here,
It's
I don't
not
believe that.
safe enough.
I'm
to
not
go.
saying we're going out to see it. There's a ceiling. I mean, there's a roof.
You're
Yeah.
correct.
Look
There's
out,
no-
and if there's miraculous grass, we might see where the fire one is.
But at that point, is it really worth it going to get something that'll just burn your hands off?
It might be useful in a situation where we're really weak and don't have the strongest monsters. I
Oh,
love
so-
these monsters.
How will
But
we
they're not
hold the
the
thing
strong-
that burns our hand off?
There's no way to carry it.
I'm
But-
not saying now. I'm saying
Oh
it'd
my
be good
God,
for
will
us
you
to
guys
know
shut
where
up?
it
I'm
is.
trying to sleep here. Alice says as she nuzzles closer into Makoto.
I love how
You know,
he's
Alice,
ignoring
I
it.
think I have a bit of treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take out my golden stick.
Didn't you steal it from the principal's office?
I did not steal it.
Moving around. It's still holding on to Makoto, but it's kind of moving around Makoto, reaching
like-
over towards you.
Makoto's going to help her move forward.
I
She
found
crawls.
it. Look, just like-
Over Harley's. When she's sitting there, just kind of like has one leg on Harley's lap, her head on Makoto's lap, reaching over to you with her right hand.
He's moving his lap forward so that she can get closer.
She's like a goddamn cat.
Oh, Ruby, when did you get here?
Hand it here.
Look at it. It's mine.
I want to see it.
It's,
I'm handing it to her for the moment.
She
It's
starts trying to
just the
crawl back
Millennium
around.
Rod.
She starts trying to crawl back around.
I'm just gonna get up and sit next to Makoto.
There you go. As she makes her way back around, she doesn't actually get fully off of Harley either. But you make your way around.
I'm sure Harley's fine with this.
She's just eating her avocado bread. Like, I wish I had some meat on this.
wait, how's Asher doing? He's been quiet.
Asher is over here, just kind of like looking at his cards. To be honest.
Yeah.
You okay, buddy?
Yes. This. It's very interesting. She said before that this place was sometimes called the Shadow Realm, right?
Yeah.
I got a really weird deja vu from that. And I started looking through my deck. And, well, I started, I don't know, trying to see if I could get them to come out again. But they haven't been able to come out. And kind of like earlier with that one that I think you were trying to come out. Or was it Jess? I don't remember.
It was him. Yeah, when?
I wanted to see if they could help us with something, but they were not coming out. He lifts up his the two Lapis and Lazuli cards.
They probably don't belong in this dimension. Kind of like when.
Yep, the little petite dragon
It
does.
seemed like the Shadow Realm speak or whatever seem to have struck a chord with my head. Ryan kind of leans forward, almost looking for inspiration for book.
Yeah, that looks at Ryan. I don't really know anything about it, but he was in some kind of a shadow game and he lost it.
While not
I just want
disturb-
everybody to understand what's happening here. Off to the right, there's these guys. Off to the left, there's these guys. In front, there's just Klein looking at Magnus. This is the most awkward part of the table, is all I'm saying.
The energy is very uncomfortable here.
Well, maybe you should lay on Klein's lap.
I'd rather not.
Paint me like one of your friends.
But no, after kind of hearing Asher's thing, he is going to, while making sure not to disturb Alice's sleep or position, grab out the ladybug.
You pull out your ladybug. As you pull out your ladybug, the ladybug's pretty stupid. It can be here.
Petite Dragon's just happy being wherever he is.
Ladybug just comes out, dude. And in fact, when Ladybug comes out, Ladybug is very solid. It's seemingly at this point laying on top of Alice. As she's just like, just still holding the golden thing in her hand. It's like, what is this and what is that?
The ladybug, hold on.
probably would be the same way, huh?
As he tries to get Ladybug off, I don't know.
You pull Ladybug off. Ladybug's heavy. But no, what'd you say,
It's
Toby?
made of gold.
Yeah, I should assume.
What'd you say, Toby?
I said, so Roulette Spider is probably fine coming out here too then.
Yee.
Alright, buddy.
You're finally gonna summon the stupid thing.
You notice that, there's a dragon flying around, and I don't know,
Pull that shit down.
I'm just saying, Toby.
Oh, yeah.
You've kind of had one stuffed inside your pocket for a long time.
Yeah, Petite. I would like to imagine
You're
Petite
right.
Dragon's been on my shoulder like a
He'll
parrot
take
this whole
out
time.
the fucking... Hold on, I need to actually take it off my deck.
Just looking at all of these dual spirits, I just gruntily fold my arms.
Yeah, but,
I
they'll pull out. Huh. You know? I almost forgot about you.
Oh my god, it's adorable. Hey!
As soon as you pull out the card, the dragon pops out.
Oh, well,
I
yeah,
love
that's a
him.
good thing.
What is it? Look at his face.
Aren't you adorable?
As Kid Moto Dragon comes out, finally being free from your back pocket.
As he also lands on Alice.
Yes.
Why?
Yes,
Petite,
it does.
Look, you have a friend. Petite, look, another friend.
However, it's also slightly on Makoto and Harley as well, because it's a little bit bigger than Ladybug.
There's
So we could
room
get your-
over... As he kind of points to the big open
At
area.
this point, Alice has let go of the golden thing, and Jess, you take it back.
It's mine. I'm not letting you steal my treasure ever.
Jess is laying here, kind of swirly-eyed. Jess is knocked out. Or not Jess, Alice is knocked out.
Oh no.
Little dragon. you should
As
probably
he
get off
tries
her.
to get them off.
You push Kid Moto Dragon off as it just kind of rolls onto the floor.
Come
Kind of
here,
like
Kid
it's
Moto.
wagging its tail and flapping its little tiny wings, but not going anywhere.
Karibo, can you entertain them? Can you understand English?
It's a fucking dog. It's a fucking dog. It's just a stupid puppy.
Pet's a puppy.
Yes, Alice is knocked out. Alice is going to sleep for the rest of the night.
As Mikoto, being who he is, just like, well, guess I'm stuck here forever now because Alice is knocked out.
Yeah.
Harley looks to you with a just a look of no, because she's also laying on her.
Dakota, could you please kindly move your girlfriend off my friend who is a girl?
Fine. Tries
You
not to...
take Alice over to one of the comfy couch chairs over here.
Yeah, make sure she's in a good position and sees that there's a pseudo blanket he can put on her.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to avoid any kind of real eye contact with Klein.
Hey,
So let's go
Magnus.
ahead and just do this to signify that Alice is asleep.
Yes.
Toby's gonna call over to Magnus.
Girls sleep like vampire bats, right?
Ryan
Oh my
agrees.
There we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
There.
So, what was that?
Hey, Magnus.
Huh?
I think this guy would probably fit in your team more than mine.
Love him.
Yes. I'm gonna look over the Komodo and back to Toby and then back to Komodo.
Make sure you take care of him.
Petite Dragon
like-
lands on Kid Moto Dragon, and he just doesn't even blink. Like, you
As-
see, like, as Kid Moto
There,
Dragon's
as-
looking at you, his tongue out, you see, like, a blink coming, but it's very slow. His left eye blinks, then his right eye blinks.
You know, I think he'd fit in perfectly.
I gave you a stupid dog.
Give me a dumb dog dragon.
Here you
I
go.
love
There's
it.
your Kid Moto Dragon there.
I
As
have 2 of them
Makoto
now.
is petting the ladybug like a cat and then kind of motioning for Karibo to get cuddles as well.
Karibo's just flying around, man, having a
Karibo
good
doesn't give a
time.
shit.
As he gets it set up for Karibo, sees that Karibo's not having it. Back to petting the ladybug.
So,
There's your
oh,
Kid Moto Dragon piece as well.
I love. Look how cute it is. It's so doofy.
I'm glad you're able to see it.
Oh, you
Yep.
couldn't see it?
I could not see it.
Anthony,
Anthony can
have
see
you
it. That's fine.
Anthony, have you seen Coco?
Huh?
The Pixar movie?
No.
Ah, darn. Never mind.
No reference
Okay.
for you.
As
There-
it seems
there's
like
a
it
cute
seems like
dumb dog
Asher
there,
and
too.
it seems like Asher and Ryan are having a bit of a conversation about like Shadow Realm bullshit and, and memory loss, and Ryan is writing very furiously as Asher is talking. Asher is now looking at Ryan like, "Why have I not talked to you ever? You just listen to everything I say and take it all as fact. I love you."
So, Magnus, you know, after done petting the doof dog dragon.
So what? So is Asher taking his hand out for Ryan to
Magnus,
bite?
will you?
You think Asher would do that? You think Asher would be the second fiddle to Ryan?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll have to have them duel first and see.
Okay.
What were you
Magnus
saying,
just Magnus kind of like turns to Klein.
She's the only person in the entire group that's finished her sandwich.
So
And
you
she
have
just
a
like
girl.
she just is wiping her mouth with the macaroni and bacon sandwich she had.
Oh, dude, she had a great sandwich.
Yeah, she did. She got it. She got a
So,
top tier macaroni and cheese with bacon sandwich.
That's nice of her. Get a macaroni. How are you holding up?
Looks at you, kind of dabs mouth as if, you know, not needing to respond immediately. But then puts down thing. It's just like, everything here is very strange.
Everything's fine.
As far as things are concerned, however, we shouldn't have too much of a problem, I don't think.
Could be worse.
All we have to do is go and speak with some dragons, correct? I believe that we have at least one duelist here who understands dragons.
Ouch. But you're not entirely wrong. I'm a little out of my element, so
I
yeah.
don't believe I know anything about these spirits or anything like you've been saying, but if it's all about how much we've played with our cards and how much our cards have their energy or whatever, then my cards should more than fulfill this requirement.
Especially since I actually used the cards and not slammed them on the dual disc like a buffoon.
It's also your bond with them. They'll speak
Yeah.
up. So long as you care for them, that should be something.
Klein looks over at you as you say this. I'm gonna have to roll for something with Klein. I'll use Magnus's dice.
Thanks.
Are you gonna be fucking Kaiba line?
Let's see, man. We're gonna start
Kaiba,
rolling this
Kaiba.
dice. I'm gonna tell people when to tell me to stop. By the way, Weiss Wolfie, $2. Magnus, ask her to pet your dragon. Also, inspiration to you. Magnus, inspiration.
Aw.
Jeez.
But I'm gonna let the chat tell me when to stop rolling.
I mean, I really should ask.
I'm keeping an eye out. Stop, says Guido in a daze.
12.
12 and okay. First off, before I forget, let's go ahead and give you the new inspiration. Bam.
Yeah. Thank you.
Search.
American Jake says, "Don't stop." Okay, stop.
It's already done, American Jake.
Oh.
I think American Jake was
crap.
just trying to sing, "Don't stop believing."
Now you stop here.
As Klein looks to you and you guys say like, "Oh, it has to do with your bond with your cards and stuff like that." Klein just looks at you guys and tries to raise a card to the air. Just picks a card at random from the deck, and as they do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Please
7,
don't land on
10,
Alice.
11, 12. It actually does land on a monster. As they lift Arm Dragon level 3 to the sky, and nothing happens.
Makoto was actually ready to, like, hovering his hands over Alice to make sure they didn't land on her.
He just keeps staring at her like, you must not have a large spot with that card then.
It might also be because he doesn't really want to be here. Be that.
They did say something about some things being too intelligent to be here. Maybe a robotic dragon was a little bit too much.
He's gonna look at her like, did you just insult it?
She just smiles.
If that's the case, you'll never summon anything like that.
No. Harley said that.
Oh, my bad.
That's why I said it
thought
with this voice, and, you know, Klein was more
Yeah.
boyish.
My bad. Okay, then he'll look at Harley. If you treat cards that way, you won't have any luck.
I
She
mean,
just
it's
smiles.
okay, Klein. I mean, the only cards I had with spirits in them we found.
Yes, but all of you only had your decks for a very short amount of time, correct?
Wait.
I've had
As
these cards since I was small. Any
As
of these cards should be
Makoto-
enough.
As Makoto stands up in realization, I didn't use the card we found.
Oh, the ones from the spirit circle thing.
He's going to go into his deck because he did move this from his insect deck to his fiend deck a long time ago.
A long time ago, you say. Didn't you just get your fiend deck?
Well, back before I got like all the fiends, it was back when I had the Dark Hunter and starting it.
Well, again, it's fine because I said all the cards you got from the spirit gate anyway.
Yeah, we all
were
have
fine.
it in our.
Well, either way, it was in the fiend deck, so it didn't matter. But he takes out Aegis of Gaia, whatever the word. I've only read the word.
Aegis.
You took out
Aegis
Aegis
of
of
Gaia.
Gaia. Good job.
You did. It's out. Maybe it has to be a monster.
I mean, if that's the case, I'll pull out my little fairy.
What fairy?
Probably a better idea than
Oh,
pulling
your
out
Spirit
the
of the Breeze?
mythical.
Good job.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I didn't think anything would come out of that. Like,
Yeah.
we literally.
Makoto
Either
does-
way, before we got on that tangent,
Hmm.
I've had my cards ever since I was small. Shouldn't be a reason that they're not showing up. She kind of just puts her cards back in her deck box and puts them on her waist without trying another card, almost seeming like they don't want to try another card. Maybe they're scared to try another card and find out that there's nothing there between them.
Do you not believe in them?
Ah, shit.
You just broke something. I heard it. Here's more breakage.
I'm taking stuff out of a thing because they accidentally fell into a thing that didn't have any, like, it didn't. No one even cares about that thing that they
Oh,
fell
we have a
into.
donation, by the way.
We do.
Up. Do we? I don't see another donation.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, there we go. It just now went through. Geistus donated $5 through Super Chat. Here's an early Christmas present. Thanks a lot, man.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
But with all that being said,
Well,
they seem like they just don't want to find. She seems like she just doesn't want to look at the cards at this point. Just kind of like puts them away. You say that. You say do you not believe in them?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. I just don't feel like acknowledging that some cards that she specifically looks to Magnus, you guys have had for about a week or so, have more of a bond than I have with my cards I've had for years. I'm gonna go lay down. She gets up from the seat and starts walking away.
so I'm gonna wait till. Is Klein gonna like leave the room?
Klein goes over to kind of over toward where these kind of things are, where Alice is, and just kind of sits in a different one and lays down.
So he's gonna say, like, in a more hushed voice, "That guy really doesn't like me, does he?
Toby will
Is
sigh.
he still mad about the thing?"
Toby will sigh and just be like, "I think I worded that badly."
Well, yeah. You also, I don't know, probably.
Lay down.
Just perfect.
I'm getting
same
good at that.
As Magnus is like, man, I must have made his balls like twist. His penis must be like sour at me.
I would not. What the fuck are you saying?
Penis must be sour at me.
words?
What the
Who
fuck?
Why?
Uses that kind of language.
Canadians, apparently.
Fucking weird alien.
Hey, don't put Canadians down into my level, okay?
Yeah, Will's a special kind of
I
subhuman.
know, you're a prime example right now.
Anyway, so yeah, I say that.
I'm
man,
a
he's
different
mad at me.
species, one of a lower class.
Yeah, really are.
I'm a mole person.
Oh, there's no volcano to throw you in.
Yeah, throw him out to the sand moth.
They'll get over it eventually, I hope.
Yeah,
That or I'll apologize. Either way.
that's just like holding grudges,
Mine's
you know.
a girl.
I'm sorry.
Yes. You should be.
Wait, that's a she.
Yes.
I mean, that makes sense, I suppose.
Like, look, I look at Harley. It's like for real.
Oh, you didn't know? Klein's in our dorms. What, you thought she was a guy? What's wrong with you?
I mean, no, of course I wouldn't think you. Really?
No wonder she hates you.
Wow, Magnus.
I'm usually on point with that.
I just
Weird.
didn't assume gender.
No, you wouldn't. I didn't. Now it's even more awkward.
No wonder she hates you.
Yeah, thanks. I guess I know why. Could have been the crippling humiliation of that first thing. Certainly wasn't a duel. But
Looks
still.
like you not only lost your boat, but you lost her trust.
Rumor come out. Klein is female. Confirmed.
The rumor come out.
Rumor come out.
Does Klein a female? Well, I feel even worse. I don't know.
Does Klein is female?
Wait, what if the boat did survive and it's now a sand boat?
Then I would love it even more than I already did.
Time to ride.
Yes, but no. So, do you think that might be a reason why why she's still mad?
No, I think the biggest reason she's mad is because of how badly he lost.
I'm just gonna say right now, just because all the chat on like, oh man, all the heavy shit, like Ryan Asher just moved over to a table by themselves and started just avidly talking about
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
stupid bullshit.
People literally wouldn't duel with her after you lost to her because they thought they would get demoted.
Seriously?
Yes.
People and their rumors. I mean,
you're telling the things. Ooh, let's zoom in.
God.
Holy crap! I didn't know.
Man,
Right?
gossiping like this really feels like we're still in school.
I mean,
I mean, we
techno,
are
yeah.
in school.
I mean,
Yeah.
school's in session.
Middle of the night.
So
How long has Tess been away now?
Well, about 20 minutes.
she's fine. So
Right?
how?
Toby's gonna stand up like, I probably should go check on Tess.
Yeah, you do that.
Or
Oh, I
maybe
mean-
she's just catching up on the seasons of House now that she.
Oh god.
I'm gonna go and get another draw bread. She puts down like the 3/4 of avocado bread that she hasn't finished.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get another thing. You guys go do what you want.
How do I make her not hate me? Do you think?
Apologize.
I'm sorry, I
Apologize?
lost super hard.
Or duel her again.
I mean,
Those are my ideas. This time, just don't do badly.
Wise Wolfie. Wait, was that the earlier one? Yeah, that's the earlier one. Holy crap. The super chat from earlier just now came through on the thing. That's funny.
You think it's too late to like bother her for a duel or an apology? Do we receive an apology? Not demand.
I mean, you can go ask. Or if she says is no, go kill her. I'm not finishing that because Jess would not say that. So where she says is no.
Looks like I gotta make this. I mean,
right
might as
now,
well.
Klein looks like they're sleeping.
She falls asleep fast.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's been a long day.
Or they could be faking like half your NPCs.
I guess.
I will say it's
maybe.
been closer to 30 minutes since Tess left.
Okay, I need to go see if they're okay.
Tomorrow then. I'll fight her tomorrow.
What the fuck? Karibo, what are you doing over here?
I was like,
Karibo, why are you leaning on Asher?
I think it's a good idea.
Because Kariba wants to talk about their dark secrets.
Karibo's just there because.
Woo! Are you serious? Woo!
Stop.
But no, Toby, you're wanting to go and see if you can find
why you're a
find
fiend.
Tess since she's been gone for about 30 minutes.
Yes.
Does anybody else want to go?
Does Toby say he's gonna go? It's been like half an hour since Tess vanished.
I mean, he said he's going to go see if Tess is okay.
How long has it been? It couldn't have been that long. It's like, what, 5 minutes?
Toby's just gonna go.
I just look at all the dual spirits. I just looks at. I want to go with.
I just like looks around now that he's like alone. He just turns to Petite and Kid Moto. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, Mickey, you're still there, right?
Yep.
Now that Magnus is all completely alone with no.
I'm on lookout duty.
Oh, you're
That's
gonna
like
you're gonna
Trevor-
go to the doors and just watch.
Yeah. Yeah, like, why would I leave the sleeping people beside the giant sandworm?
That's fine.
I mean, you have your waifu there still, Magnuson.
Yeah, she'll probably be back with bread or not at all, because I'm just sitting here thinking, how is the best way to make an apology while completely destroying her in a duel?
Or being destroyed.
How about you shut up? What
Do
do my
you
dual
want to wait?
spirits
Do you
think?
want to wait here for Harley?
Yeah, I'll wait here. I turn to the dual spirits. What do you guys think about it?
Kimono Dragon just looks to you. Its tongue's out. Its eyes kind of look off in two separate directions.
One
I'm
eye
gonna- I'm
blinks, and then the other.
Slowly.
I'm gonna pet him on the head. You're a good boy.
You
Petite,
pet its eye.
Petite Dragon's over
No.
with Ryan and Asher with Karibo playing around.
I'm sensing a theme with my deck. I don't like it. It does not give me hope for tomorrow's possible.
Toby and Jess,
I gotta make room for Kid Moto now.
you guys make your way into the hall, trying to see if you can find Tess. As you guys do, Jess, you go into the bathrooms. There's no sign of anything in the bathrooms. Toby, you start going through some of the rooms, and eventually you guys make it to the end of the hall as you guys open up the door to the classroom. As you guys open up the door to the classroom, you see that there is a Tess just kind of in her seat, just kind of laying in, kind of her head in her arms. She's kind of looking like she's asleep.
He'll sigh.
It seems like she went all the way over here just so that, she wouldn't have to say much of anything else or feel like you guys were mad at her or anything like that, and she was sad and couldn't, do the one thing that she was supposed to do, which was save everybody.
Well, at least she's okay.
Gonna-
What was that?
What are you gonna do? We found her. She's fine.
I'll stay here.
Bop.
You go back to the others and let them know she's okay.
want to go back. I don't like looking at the dual spirits right now.
They'll nod. That's fine.
What are you guys gonna do?
I think we're both staying here.
Yeah, we're both
I know you're gonna stay in the doorway. What's gonna happen?
Well, I'm gonna go down where I'm, like, to a seat.
You go to your usual seat over here.
No, I'm not gonna. I'll be by Tess.
Well,
Go in my.
Hmm?
I'm gonna go in my seat.
well. As you guys are kind of around Tess, you see that Tess is she's kind of like laying on her arm, just kind of like her hand turned. She's obviously asleep right now, and I would like both of you guys to please roll me an instinct roll.
Wait, who? What?
3.
That's,
She's asleep.
you know what? That's perfectly fine. You have a 1 anyway.
I mean, I have an
Jesus,
8
sleep.
plus my 15, so I don't know how much that does.
Toby, you see that Jess kind of goes forward and lays down. You were on the seat like behind them because that's where your usual assigned seat is. As you're looking down, you notice that there are tiny little streaks going down from her eyes, and her eyes are a little puffy. Like after she left, she came here and then she cried and went to sleep.
Can I put my Slifer jacket on her?
Go ahead. It's all right. It's not like you're fucking using it. It's always around your waist.
I mean, I have another fucking jacket, so probably.
You just kind of reach forward, put your Slifer jacket like on her. What do you do?
What was that?
Do you lay down?
Yeah.
Back in the other room, Makoto, you sit there staring off at the outside. You notice that none of these creatures are coming close to this place for some reason. Either they don't see it or something, but you're still keeping a vigilant eye.
Oh, I determined this was a sanctuary, like, before.
Harley makes her way back over toward Magnus, and she has like 2 dual breads. She opens up both of them. One of them's another avocado bread, and she's like, "Fucking seriously." But
Bad luck.
the other one seems to be like a single hot dog on the sandwich bread, and she's like, "Fuck it," and starts eating it. As things go on, it seems to be like the 5 of you are the ones that are probably going to stay up through the night. These 2 are just kind of like chatting it up. Makoto's kind of like, "I'm watching the place." Harley and you are just like, you're like, "Harley, are you asleep?" She's like, "No, I'm not sleepy. You sleepy?" And you're like, "Well, I did fucking like get poisoned today, swim a whole lot, you almost get burned, come into another world." And you know what, Magnus?
It's like, nah, I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. Just go.
You know what, Magnus?
Crap,
Just
well.
you were over here at one of the other things on the opposite side, and there you go. You're fine. So,
Man, I'm just like, yeah, considering everything, a little bit.
Makoto, you know that there are still people awake, and these 3 have pretty much decided they're going to be staying up. Do you want to go and rest? Since same thing kind of applies to you. You've been swimming all day. Bunch of other things
He's
happen.
going to do the thing where he's like, I need to stay awake, and then kind of falls asleep where he is.
Eventually, you feel a push on your shoulder as Harley's like over there at you. She hands you the uneaten avocado bread and points over toward the seat where Magnus is. Go on. You don't want your girlfriend seeing you with bags under your eyes, do you?
I always have bags under my eyes.
Yeah, I've noticed. Now go. Push.
He goes and reluctantly sleeps
Okay.
on the floor.
On the floor, okay. Eh.
Because someone else needs a comfy area to sleep.
These guys have said they're not sleeping. You slept on the floor for no reason. Anyway, With all that
Makoto
being
always
said,
assumes someone else is going to sleep on the comfy thing.
all that being said, guys, you're not sure how long you guys were sleeping, but eventually day breaks. Pop. Sure. Trying to get it to where it'll... Ah!
Oh god. What have you done?
There we go, perfect.
This is not good.
The monsters just look completely unaffected.
You know what? It's fine. This is fine. Alright, good. It's daytime. Flip. I can't flip it because it's locked. Flip.
Oh god, my eyes. The green desert.
You know
Sucks.
what? Like, I don't know what the fuck to do, man. Everything's... You know what? I'm just gonna push the reset button. There we go. Daytime.
Hooray. Daybreak, probably.
Daytime.
It's hard to tell because there's always a ball of fire in the sky.
Well, it's a dark fire, so. As daylight comes around, eventually, Makoto, Magnus, Toby, and Jess, you guys go to wake up. As people are waking up, we're going to start off with Toby and Jess.
Since it's been a day, I'm gonna take away that +1 now.
Yes, it has.
As we hear the door knocking, we see the sandworm with like the fake glasses, mustache, and nose. No, we don't. No, we don't wanna. No, we don't want Girl Scout cookies. No, hold on a second, Makoto. Girl Scout cookies.
Now, hold on a
Hold
second,
on a second.
Makoto.
In this the Girl Scout cookies at this time of year, I'm all about that.
I don't understand. We'll buy them in bulk and then we'll sell them back for twice. Profits in the off season. Think of the profits.
The profit and the deliciousness.
The amazing profit.
What if
Hate all
these
my
can turn
profit.
colors? Can these turn colors? Oh, hell yeah, they can. Cool. Do. Bwong!
Just suddenly, Inception sounds.
Oh god, is that fucking ticker?
Oh right, that's final countdown.
Oh crap.
As you guys go to wake up, let's put another one up there. Toby and Jess, you guys wake up. As Toby, you notice first off that you have your jacket over your shoulders.
That's weird.
Jess, you look around. You see Toby behind you, just kind of like he was asleep, but then whenever you look back, you kind of like made a bit of a scrape on the ground with your feet, and he kind of opened his eyes, and you know things are good.
It's Tess.
Oh no. Gotta get up.
Gotta get
Can
up.
I just sleep for 5 more minutes?
Sure, I want to check something anyway.
You gave me permission. I just faceplant.
I'm gonna take a minute to go down the steps.
No longer don't jump. You have so much to live for.
You go down the steps.
I'm gonna check the teacher's desk.
All right, go ahead and roll me a luck.
You don't have to pay for child support anymore. You have to live.
16.
16. You go and you try to check the teacher's desk. As you're doing so, you realize that the teacher's desk has a bunch of really kind of committal things to it. And by non-committal things, I mean, I don't really want to say what's all in there. But among the things inside, you also are able to find several cards inside.
Oh shit.
They're all fake traps.
I expected keys.
Ooh.
And we'll go with, for the last one, bing.
Should I flip it?
Go ahead.
fucking do it. Oh my god!
God damn!
It's almost like there was a ritual card inside of the teacher's desk who uses ritual cards. Whoa!
I'm personally shocked.
Well, shit.
Wait, is Hungry Burger in there?
No.
Oh. Oh, I heard.
I needed
they
Hungry
stacking?
Burger for my theme deck.
There we go.
Oh, fuck.
That's great.
Hey, Jess, wake up.
He'll sigh, close the drawer, start walking back up to Jess. All right, it's been 5 minutes.
No, it hasn't.
Puts Blackluster Ritual in front of her. It's been 5 minutes.
What are you doing? I'm still laying face down.
He'll tap the card on the desk.
Yeah. I'll pull my face up.
Does he have Moki Moki?
For fuck's sake.
Oh, hey. Blackluster Ritual.
Nod.
Why are you showing it to me?
You don't want it?
No, I never said that. I said why. You found it. For all I know, you're antagonizing me.
That's a fair assumption.
As Makoto,
you slipers are all the same, antagonizing us obelisks.
as Makoto gives a single tear, suspecting our friends, I'm so proud.
He's just looking at her with his, the look of Toby. I don't even... Okay.
I don't understand that one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He doesn't know your intentions. As you think about this, you see a flashing one above her head.
God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know people's intentions at all.
I mean, I gave you Blackluster Soldier earlier, so
I lost 2 of them.
we'll get more. I will get them back.
I don't know, they were lost to oblivion.
If anything,
Same
we'll
as
get
one of
more.
your other cards were.
I'm not thinking about that. I am proactively not thinking about it. It's why I slept in here where I can't see
Wait, I
dual
got an
spirits.
idea. I got an idea.
Just
Here
just
we
when she
go.
got
There we go.
You're a fuck.
There we go.
You motherfucker.
There we go. Why'd Nate be there?
Nate's fine. I feel bad for other reasons. It's time to get up though, Jess.
Yeah, we got a endless
That's
desert to
doing
get out
okay.
of before evil monsters eat us or we run out of food, but it's gonna be fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Let's go back to the others and hopefully Tess actually went there.
I'm sure she did.
You guys want to try to go out?
Yeah.
You guys go out whenever the door opens in front of you, and you see up. We see we have more money. Isno just donated $4. Jess is really short on inspiration. Jess is not short on inspiration.
Give me more! I'm so helpless!
You will die in the desert.
Man,
If you breathe on me, I die!
I'm happy to have 1 inspiration.
We must build the Tower of Babel.
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 You uneducated.
Tower of Babel is actually a book.
Power of Babel.
No, I mean it's literally written as Babel.
You're written as Babel. Anywho, so
Yeah, the
I'm
word
just
Babel.
uncultured in his literature.
but as the door opens, you guys see Tess as she's holding in her hands what appears to be a lunch tray, and on top of the lunch tray there appears to be some slightly burnt eggs. As she comes in, she's like, "Oh, hi, how are? Wow, you're awake."
I mean,
morning.
that's what people do.
You usually sleep pretty late. I mean, I guess I really shouldn't say the same thing, but you know.
Yeah, you usually always sleep longer than me.
Yeah, but I thought you realized why now.
I do.
Anyway, I'll set these right here, and I'll get out of your hair. Goodbye.
No.
As she turns around to go to leave.
Nope. Grab.
Like we both fucking
You
grab
both
her.
just
Both grab the other hand.
She just is looking away as you guys have both her hands. She's just like, "Nyeh." You guys have her in almost a Naruto run pose. As she's just kind of like, you know, like,
Where do you
hi,
think you're going?
I'm bathroom.
You're having breakfast with us.
I've already eaten though.
Well, then you could talk to us while we have breakfast. Like
Mm,
Fred.
Hang out with my friend. I mean, like, I've still got this magician deck. Maybe you could give me advice on it.
mm.
We promise Makoto won't be here to stab you.
She doesn't fight back, as you do see that she's kind of like, you know, leaning back a little bit like, okay, I'll be in the room. You guys want me to eat breakfast with you? I mean, I didn't do as good as Nate does. I tried to figure it out, but you know, it's hard to judge it based on smell. And
It's fine. I mean, you're not as good as a cook as Nate or me. But I'm sure it's fine.
Nod.
I didn't
Okay,
really
what?
have a lot of stuff like cooking stuff much whenever I was growing up. So, you know, if they suck, I'm sorry.
Hey, practice makes perfect, right?
She starts heading back, hoping you guys like go over her arms so she can walk over there with you.
No. Yeah.
Ah, I'm kidding.
I wasn't going anywhere. You hear a knock on the door. You see Skull Servant. Tess, the Lord Master Zork would like to see you in 5 minutes. Oh, hey, sacrifices.
Aha! What? Anyway, no.
What? No.
No.
But
Sacrifice?
she just kind of gets on the other side of the table because she put the things on where Makoto usually sits.
That's funny.
But she just kind of looks back as she sits down in the seat in front.
Why are there so many razor blades in his desk?
Do you guys want to start eating?
Yeah.
It's not as good as Nate's or Jess's.
It's food.
It's she made a couple of them though, so that's pretty good. There's some
Man,
salt.
this is really good. I'm going to eat enthusiastically.
Roll for charm.
I'm going to use advantage to lie my ass off. One of the tower.
All right, roll twice and see what you get.
First roll.
10 with
10.
your charm is pretty good, but let's see what the next one is. 19. You see that her eyes kind of light up as it's like, really? Looks to Toby.
I'm smiling. I'm like, yeah, and then I look at Toby.
He's just eating like. Yeah, it's good.
Toby, roll charm.
Oh, dear.
I mean, it's the rolling charm not to like.
You're rolling not to fuck up Jess.
Well, I am so sorry.
Friendship is worth advantage.
Because
dice.
I got a 7 plus my 14.
She thinks that you're somewhat overstating it, Jess, but she's still like happy, like, oh, that must be pretty good. It must be better than what you made. Wow, I'm kidding. As
Yeah, it's totally better than what I made.
she kind of looks a little bouncy, as she's just like, she's just like, wow. Well, whenever I grew up, I wasn't able to do much things like this. So maybe I'm just a natural at it. Maybe it's a hidden talent that I had all along or something. I should ask Nate what to do. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, with a little bit of practice, I bet you could be even better than Nate.
Blah 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 blah.
As Justice Butler storms in, I see how it is. I'm not needed, am I?
Wait, did you just break through dimensions?
Of course I did, madam. I'm always here for you. You
My
thought
pride was hurt and I felt
And
it.
then he's like, no, I didn't. He holds up Madolce Butler. I was a dual spirit the whole time.
I've always been with you, madam.
Fucking Dolce Butler. Anyway.
Like they're just talking and Toby's nodding, eating, nodding.
As she does this, she kind of looks to you guys and just kind of like, you know, with smiles and happiness, and you guys finish most of your egg, and she's like, oh, kind of covers her mouth a bit like, oh god, I talked a lot.
I'm just smiling. I'm happy she was talking a lot.
Sorry, whenever I woke up, I saw you guys were in here. It must have been a lot more comfortable in the other place.
Crowded.
I don't know. I didn't sleep over there, so I just didn't want to leave you here by yourself. And I don't think Toby did either.
I wasn't by myself. I just was thinking and I fell asleep. She kind of like takes like, you know, the bit of a knuckle and just like hits her head slightly like, fell asleep. Totally, you know, everything's fine.
Toby knows it's bullshit.
Toby knows it's bullshit, yes. Jess does not.
It's okay.
And well, I just felt like maybe all of you guys wanted to talk without me because I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of, you know, nothing to do with you guys. I'm not even from here, so you know, it's me and you guys, we're gonna get you guys back to the present, and it's gonna be fine, and everything's fine.
Tess.
Do you even know how you would get back after you fixed everything?
Oh, not me. I'm talking to you guys, back to where you belong. Because you belong there.
Fuck the present. Let's just go to the future with you.
Tess. You're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Then you belong there too.
Yeah, you're our friend.
I should
And
have.
also knowing you staying with a creepy cult guy, maybe when this is all over, you should stay with me.
I should have told you guys everything. I didn't.
This isn't your fault, Tess. None of it is.
She looks at you.
This was gonna happen no matter what. If anything, us being here now, maybe we can actually do something about it.
Things are happening differently, and let's be fair, even with how things turned out the first time, you didn't really know what happened.
All I knew was that it was gonna happen in 3 years. I knew that the only people who could stay on the island were people who graduated. I was gonna try to see if I could get a job here and be here when it happened, and you guys would have graduated that year, so it would have been fine. It shouldn't have had anything to do with you. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. If anything, you're not working on this alone anymore.
Yeah, we'll all get this figured out, and we'll stop whatever bad stuff happens after, too.
I was just hoping that I could learn everything I could about the island and learn all the different spiritual mumbo-jumbos and all that, and
Well, I mean, look at it this way. What better way to learn about spirits than in the spirit world?
it doesn't
We
seem
just
like
have
it's
to get to
gonna-
one where we can actually talk to stuff
It
and
just
not...
doesn't seem like it's gonna matter much anymore. I wasn't able to stop it, right?
We could reverse it. If anything, if you could transport a place like this into a spirit realm, what's stopping us from transporting it back?
Maybe we can find a powerful spirit here that can do something like that in one of the higher realms.
We can definitely do that. I mean, you could also think of this. Maybe that dragon thing you were talking about exists in one of these dimensions.
The Crimson Dragon?
Not.
Maybe. I just feel like If the Crimson Dragon could have done something back then, though, wouldn't it have already? Especially since there's a cult of him here. There's a lot more people who would have actually done something with them probably around this time. In my time, it was just me, and none of the other signers showed up.
Well, this is before then.
But I mean, when the island disappeared, was any of the cult on it?
I don't know.
Well, now we are, and we can do something about it. If they were here, I mean, whatever they planned obviously didn't work, so we're just gonna have to come up with something better.
Besides, I think you're probably important here as well.
I feel like I shouldn't even be complaining about everything, to be honest. Being where we are right now and being in the present with you guys was really fun. The world that I'm from isn't very fun a lot unless you're, a little bit better off. And well, Doriato said even with the Crimson Dragon, I won't be saving that world. I'll just be making a new one, kind of. I'll just be changing something. It's not gonna even help that place. It just makes everything feel kind of selfish.
You'll be helping another world.
You're making a whole new place where all that bad stuff never happened. So while you couldn't help them, you're still helping a lot of people.
She kind of looks down.
Toby will sigh.
I wish
It's
I had
okay.
my cards. I know they probably wouldn't work here, but I have a lot more faith in my old deck than I do with this one. She kind of motions to the magician deck she has. I felt like you guys were going to find me out a lot sooner because I messed up earlier. She looks to Jess in particular. Whenever I got my first pack around you guys. She brings out the Dark Magician card. And I said that the design was really old school. And it came out of a new pack.
Didn't really catch that, I guess.
Well, I mean, aren't there like 5 Dark Magician designs? No.
The Dark Magician that came out of the Magician's pack was a very new design. It was a new design Dark Magician. And when she opened it, she's like, oh, wow, retro.
I guess I just didn't think about it then. I mean, it was your card. I just...
And I
does
knew
make
nothing of the
sense now.
game.
I kind of wish that maybe you did figure it out then. Maybe we could have done something else. Everything so far is my responsibility, and I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna get out of here.
We will. And it's not just your responsibility. It's ours too.
Are you guys done with your eggs? She kind of stands up, kind of looks away from you guys, there's a bit of a waver in her voice, wow, everything's wonderful, and we should start talking to everyone else about everything. Make a plan.
Sure.
She's facing away from you guys, just nope.
Not gonna feel the feels. Yeah.
Someone over clip says, and to be fair, no one cares about Dark Magician. It's a trash summon skull.
Fuck.
Well, I guess all the Dark Magician support hasn't come out yet in this time, but it did in my time. Anyway. She's inching closer to the door while keeping her back towards you guys. You guys notice something, by the way, as she's doing this. Obviously trying to hide tears or anything. You guys look at her back as you notice that something's glowing beneath her back.
Tess?
Your back's glowing?
Don't worry about me. What?
Your sign
Your
is
back's
glowing.
glowing.
Is that what a burn is? I don't know what burns are because myself.
That's either a good thing or something is attacking us.
She like starts looking back around her, trying to see if she can see what you guys are talking about.
Don't worry, it's actually glowing.
You see her kind of like twirl, trying to see. Like, I want to see the intensity.
She's so adorable. It's sad.
The only way you'd be able to see is a mirror, and if you probably didn't have, yeah, okay.
But she's like, well, if it is doing something, then maybe something's happening. Let's go.
Let's go.
Meanwhile, in the main hall that's on fire.
Everything's on fire. Karibo is taking over.
Everyone is
As
dead.
we go to the hall, the lunchroom, we just see them all dying on the ground.
As it's like, what the hell happened? Shh. As Makoto has Alice on his lap. Let Karibo do his thing. Don't wake us out.
Alice is dead and just holding her like a puppet.
Just smothering her to death with the Karibo. Go to sleep.
She's like a
Go
fucking
to
killer.
sleep.
Everything is okay now.
They could stop.
Meanwhile, back in the main hall. Magnus and Makoto, you guys
Yes.
go to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You guys did a lot of physical exercise yesterday, even before coming into the other world, so you guys slept the longest out of everyone in here.
Still not enough.
However, you guys wake up to a very strange smell in the air.
Mm.
As the both of you wake up, you look off toward the strange smell as you notice Tess running through the hall like, "Sorry, excuse me, sorry." And there's like smoke coming up from a tray she's holding.
That seems about right.
Hey, things did go on fire. Karibo strikes again.
Oh.
The smell of burnt eggs fills the hall. I'm kidding.
What time is it?
Oh no, man, go
wait.
check out the sun and see.
Gonna go stare at the sun and tell me what time it is.
All right, you go to the door to tell what time it is. You see two large orange spherical objects in the sky. When did you get two suns? Also, the surrounding a face of evil and dark fire.
When did you get two suns? And then, for some reason, we see Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know.
When did
Anyway,
you get
here,
two
take your piece.
sons? I have 5 sons.
I forgot.
So the countdown is daily.
Yeah, we figured that out while you were asleep. Thanks. Old news. You see everybody kind of over here in a circle, just like chatting it up.
Yeah, as Makoto's trying to draw a map from what he can see, trying to use any landmark he can, but for now just has, like, the...
Well, there's
Little-
obviously some nice landmarks outside. There's a large sand dune.
There's also that.
There's also some large sand dunes.
So ostensibly, your fucking map is just the circle that says Duel Academy on it. And
Yep. And a question mark where the lake was going. Is the sphere here? Put a question mark where the dorms were. Is the other sphere here?
There's a mark where you were like, that hill is actually a monster.
You look outside, Makoto, and you know what? You do get a bit of a landmark outside. You do get a bit of a landmark, dude.
Is it another dune?
No. You remember that? You remember one of the spears from the gate, the spirit gate?
Yep.
It's leaning up against the it's leaning up against the academy.
What
You know, the thing that was like off far behind the academy? It seems like everything in this world cannot be held to that map
As
in your head.
Makoto sees this, looks to his mock-up of the map he used from memory, proud of himself, he spent hours on this, crumples it up, throws it, just draws a circle, and just puts Duel Academy. I have no clue where anything else is.
So-
Fuck this world.
I
So
was
by the
expecting it
way,
so fun. Fuck.
Isno donated $4 more. You're right, Blue. Jess doesn't have enough inspiration. Maybe this will help.
Oh my god.
I really don't think that you're gonna survive in the desert.
This is a god.
Just
The tower grows.
Just give her a fucking golden egg.
The tower grows.
Just as
I know,
God,
Lewis, I saw.
Daddy was right.
Anyway, fucking, that thing's gonna topple over.
Praise the spire.
So Magnus gonna walk away from the door and the ticking clock outside, and he's gonna go to the group. So how'd you all sleep?
Oh, wonderful. I didn't sleep. Oh, same here. I didn't really go to sleep. Ryan just kind of like is still writing.
Him I'm not surprised about. He's probably nocturnal, but...
Well, I don't know about you, but I had a beautiful sleep. I don't remember going to sleep, though.
I just slowly turned to Makoto with a smile. Weird, huh?
I made sure you were in a comfortable position after the dragon knocked you out.
A dragon knocked me out?
To be fair,
The one that landed on top of the golden ladybug.
technically it was Makoto's fault.
Either way, says Klein. It's like stepping forward. We were just talking about what to do for today. Apparently, whenever Tess came in here, she spoke with Ryan for a bit, but as you can kind of tell, it's hard to get any information out of him when he's like this. He then kind of like pushes his like notebook towards you guys. You see what appears to be a picture of a vampire with a dual disc.
Well,
It's looking like he's drawing characters for his story that he's making.
I don't know about you, but this speaks 1,000 words to me.
I think, even though I think Tess does have a point that maybe the roof would be the best first step. Even if the dragons aren't there, or even if there's a monster heading towards us, we'll be able to see more of the landmark there than this one direction where pretty much nothing.
Yeah, this one direction thing is completely overstated. I don't really like it. Let's get on the roof.
I agree with that.
We got nothing else better to do. So I'd sit around and that's it.
So we're just going to take everything that Tess says as word then?
Well, at this point, it's either we trust those words or we start going with my original plan and start going into that desert having
Klein
no
starts
idea.
walking to the stairs.
That's what I thought.
At least she's sensible.
Klein starts walking to the stairs. As Klein starts walking to the stairs, like Ryan like looks over, looks back to you guys, like, oh, we decided something. Oh. Keeps writing in his book.
Makoto's going to write a note saying BRB roof, puts it on the wall.
As you guys start making your way up to the roof of the academy, let's go ahead and put you guys on the roof of the academy, shall we?
Oh, you're actually a fucking locale.
Bop.
Okay.
As
I don't know
Makoto,
what I expected. Should have seen that coming. I thought Ryan was staying in fucking inside.
yeah, I thought Ryan was going to be on lookout.
I mean,
Yeah.
he is just kind of writing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who needs to have
that.
Roz up here? Dirty Roz.
Wait.
But no,
That
you
book-
guys aren't actually on the roof. You guys are in the hallway that was the hallway leading off to the chancellor's office and stuff. That has like the circular like glass roof.
All right, everyone
It's
split in
basically
direction.
it's basically like around here, like right below this like piece of anything right here, like right below that where all the shadow stuff is and the pillars. You guys are walking around that area.
Okay. I say we all split up and start writing what we see from each window.
I mean,
We know this place is pretty much a sanctuary. While I was observing, there was no way for the monsters to attack us, and I'd assume that Sand Beast would have attacked us if it could.
I'll make
No
my
matter
way.
how dumb
I'll
it
make
was.
my way into the. I'll make my way into the arena then in the middle. See if I
Alright.
can't do something about what's going on there.
Sounds like a good plan.
You see Klein heading off into the area that is covered by the glass roof, just like, going inside there while you guys are staying around the hallway. Do you guys want to start looking around the different windows into the deserts?
I'm going to go west.
All right. So in almost every direction, there's gonna be some different nice sand dunes, but we're gonna have you guys roll for instinct to see who gets something else.
I roll 7.
That's a dice of in. Oh, no, not that one. This one, yes. I meant that one, yeah. The lucky dice.
So
was the one I
you
rolled.
can't roll that one. That's your friends that you betrayed.
Fucking
Magnus,
suffer.
you start going one way. Makoto, you start going another way. As you guys are doing such things, Makoto, you see something different.
Oh, goody.
There's a screw thing sticking out from the desert over here.
Okay.
Actually, he will write that down enthusiastically, thinking it's a tower or spire.
We'll see what that is whenever you go there, and it's gonna be very disappointing. So,
Well, he doesn't know that yet.
Magnus,
So I'm
you look
bringing
around
up
and you
his hope
see-
so he can crush it.
Magnus, you look around and you see desert.
I'd rather listen to Younger's lessons. This is so boring and painful.
Alice is gonna see some deserts. Harley's gonna see some deserts. Asher, you're our only
Yes,
hope,
Asher.
man.
Asher's gonna be Asher.
I found a rock.
He found a rock. He
Is it the
sees
one
he
that's
sees this thing, like he's just kind of moving around.
I found a moving rock.
My God.
I'm just gonna.
He's like, "Is that a landmark?" He draws it down, notices it moving, just crumbles it up.
Well,
Throws it like domino effects down the stairs and lands right beside the fucking map Makoto had.
that's the failure pile.
As everybody is looking everywhere, you're all in different parts of the hallway looking around at things. As you guys are doing this, however, you guys notice a bit of a shine happening somewhere in the vicinity.
Huh?
And all of you notice this shine. But it's not happening from over there, or over there, or over there, or over there, or over
Bye,
there.
mate.
Speaking of which,
mate.
why you gotta run away for, Magnus? Get back over
You
here.
threw me into the abyss.
It seems to be coming
Forward.
from here.
Line. Well, I'm going to that.
Klein rather be shiny.
Fucking Christ.
There seems to be something coming from there. As you guys do see this shine, you guys start like kind of making your way back. Like, oh shit, what the fuck happened in the what happened in there? As you guys do,
Yes.
however, you guys hear a noise. A very loud, roary noise coming from around this way, Makoto.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
You see a creature flying through the sky, heading toward the academy.
What is it?
Oh, it's a
I
little
hope
bit
it's
too
Santa.
far away, Makoto. You want to roll me for your instinct?
Alright, let's see. That's not my instinct.
That's a fucking.
It's a fucking monster.
13 plus
Your passive is
my passive is 10.
You look off in that direction. As you do, you see what appears to be
Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
That's bad.
that don't look intelligent much.
a large winged
Oh,
serpent
Bad.
Oh god,
flying
it's
through the
other
sky.
things. It's even bigger than the.
So it's a
Guys!
winged serpent, not a dragon.
It could be
Someone-
a dragon, who knows.
Someone get Tess! I think our dragon's here!
As you guys start trying to make your way toward where Klein went. As you guys are doing this, beep. Hey, Toby, Jess, Tess. You guys make your way back into the main area. The only person here is Ryan, who should be on lookout, but instead he's like kind of sitting like right here where the two doors are, and just facing away and like writing.
Ryan, where is everyone?
He points to the stairs.
Goes to the stairs.
Ryan, something's going on. You might want to stay with us.
But wait, I made a sign. It's above Ryan. It says BRB room.
That helps. That actually helps.
Do you say this to Ryan as you go by, Jess?
Yes.
It looks to you. It looks over to the others, just kind of shrugs and stands up like, all right, let's go.
Yay.
The four of you start heading up the academy.
The violence is real.
Do.
This fucking dragon.
Kaiba.
As
It's
you
not
guys make it to the arena that has the glass roof.
Hey, look, there it is.
Because that is where Klein went. As you guys start making your way in toward there, we see Klein standing in the dead center of this area. And above Klein, you see what appears to be...
As in the center of the room, we see Kaiba as he's like, Yugi! Oh, sorry, wrong dimension. Clicks a button, disappears.
I'm looking for Moto.
Oh god.
You see what
Oh.
appears to be 3 large dragons
Hey, look, you did it.
overhead. They're holograms.
Oh.
The 3 of them rising up past the glass as if they are just kind of like flailing around and doing things. You guys come rushing in as you see that Klein just has her dual disc up toward the sky so that they're doing that neat things going on here. You guys coming from this
Klein?
way.
What kind of bullshit dragon is that?
That's Alexandrite dragon.
2,000 attack points and 4
Dragons are tough,
Yeah.
bro.
You didn't know about Alexandrite?
No!
It's a really good one.
That's bullshit!
Klein, are you trying to get the dragons to come here?
Because you did it.
Well, I mean, that's what we were trying to do, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, actually, good job.
Yeah, and one of them's flying viciously quick, very quickly.
He looks around. By the way, Tess, he describes the dragon visually, which I don't do too well, so... Makoto does it better than me. So he describes...
Apparently whatever's coming here is doing something weird to my back.
Oh, it must be friendly.
The last time I saw it glowing like that, we were being attacked by that sand thing.
I was being facetious.
Well, great, it's a threat.
That might mean it's upset. We may want to turn off the dragons now.
As this happens.
As it just crashes to the fucking ceiling.
As this smashes through the ceiling, the 3 holograms dispersing.
As Makoto takes out his knife, then kind of looks at the dragon, looks at the knife, just puts it back, and just shrugs.
What the fuck?
As
That
this
was the
creature has
smartest
grabbed the top of this thing, a lot of the glass areas have shattered. The freaking pieces of metal that was holding up things are wrenching under the weight of this as it reaches its head inside and roars. I think that's a good place for ending things off tonight.
Fuck you!
We're on the precipice of boss fight.
As it roars, honey, I'm back!
Dad, I've missed you.
Well, shit. Boss fight.
Or friendship.
Or
I
friendship
highly
fight.
doubt that.
Maybe-
Maybe we have to beat it into friendship, but hey, who knows?
Wait a minute, is that you, man-eater bug?
Oh my
really-
god.
You really do need glasses. Also, kill yourself.
But don't worry, I know what we have to do.
Makoto-senpai!
We look toward, get on our knees, call it our lord and master.
I summoned 5 God Dragon on it. Fuck you.
You,
I don't know until we try.
well, they
Okay, everyone, we're gonna be friendly with this monster. Who dare steal my treasure? Hey, it's my treasure if I find it.
So,
God damn it, Alice!
we
It
picked
was
the worst
Mikoto,
people.
It was that man and that woman. They took all of your treasure. We brought them as an offering.
Yeah, sacrifice.
Quick, Mickey, use Karibo to stop the attack.
Sorry, Karibo discards Karibo. Karibo discards Mikoto instead.
Repo slaps you. Has massive strength.
Karibo has 3 strength, actually.
He's
Shit.
more buff than the legend.
Just saying though, if Mikoto was a card, he'd be Unhappy Maiden, so Karibo could to completely wipe Mikoto away. Because Unhappy Maiden has like 0 attack points.
Well, shit, that's a great place to stop. Fuck you.
Durgan.
Yeah.
Is it Durgan?
This is a very
Someone said,
expeditionary game.
Lewis said in the chat, don't worry, don't worry, it has 0 attack. Yeah, that's not really gonna matter if they can't hurt it.
They could have 0 attack, but it could still step on us. It doesn't need to attack, it needs to walk.
Don't worry, guys, he has 0 attack. Crush.
You know, wow.
You just summon Petite Dragon. Go get him, boy.
Kidmodo, petite, attack!
Something I
You
didn't
just
realize.
blink and the other one starts playing with it.
What didn't you realize, Toby?
I didn't realize something else was going on while we were playing DARP.
What?
I didn't realize the Game Awards were going on.
Oh, neat.
Games being-
Oh,
games
no,
being
the
announced.
the dragon looks down menacingly as it goes. Mickey.
Jeez, that's...
That's horrifying and retarded.
No, it looks down at us. Big brother.
Oh god.
It burps. A fedora comes out.
As you see Nate on
Sorry,
top of
cowboy
his
hat.
As you see Nate on top of his back, what do you think of my latest creation, baby?
What do you think of my draggy, baby?
I thought
Is
we were-
that's right. I turned Ed into a dragon.
It's just Full Alchemist fighting Foodons or Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't tell.
What's going on, babies?
Nate would be the greatest fighting Foodons master.
Did you ever wonder who kept that lab working these 2 years after I got on the island?
No one, because clearly it was fucking unused.
I sent all of those scientists to the Shadow Realm and set loose the beast.
Which is technically here, baby.
Empty? Empty? That's right, you can't see the darkness spirits, can you?
That's because it's fucking
The
dark.
Shadow Realm, which is technically here. Wait a second, and then there's just a giant laser beam. The scientists will have their revenge.
The scientists
Oh
create
no!
the
Don't
great-
do not worry about that. Do not worry about that, Shay. Thank you very much for even wanting to do that. Don't even worry.
Oh yeah, thank you for even considering.
Full Metal Duel monsters.
What happened?
Wait, if they
Full
could find the
Metal Duel
Dark World monsters, would they hurt Toby or not?
My family.
They kill you because you took them from their true master.
Wait, what if I
If your
fucking...
master gave you to me.
I hope
I'm
we-
your master now.
On
If
what
you
floor
didn't
would
exist, then we'd be with our true master. So die.
Wait,
Yeah,
which
that's
dimension?
wrong, actually. Your master is kind of a schmuck who changes deck every month.
Wait, which level would the Archfiends be on?
Warrior,
They'd
I
be
think,
down. They'd be on the fucking bottom floor, wouldn't they?
most likely.
Who knows?
God fucking damn it. Maybe I want to meet Terror
I never
King.
said that the underworld was the lowest floor either. By the way,
I
Yeah, I
thought you
know.
said
Yeah,
it was.
just that it was
I said it was lower than this one.
Who knows what level this is?
As far as we know, the Fairy Kingdom is the lowest.
You.
Nobody likes the Fae. Do you know what they do to people?
They
Terrible
are
things.
my friends.
Actually, no, this is a metaphor. The lowest level, the one that's the worst to live in,
Don't
is
you dare.
Earth.
Is our...
I thought you were gonna go somewhere with that, but okay, never mind.
Is the real world our world?
when we go down there, we're in fucking Neo, whatever the fuck it's called.
Wait, what monster types are here? Man.
See, I thought you were gonna be an asshole and say the lowest of them all is the Dungeon Dice Monsters dimension.
That's
No,
not
no,
a dimension.
That is slightly above Capsule Monsters.
Yeah, you know.
More like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking capsule monsters existed.
Hey.
What?
Yeah.
No, and it's also and Capsule Monsters
I'll
is
take
also
the
slightly
defense.
above that dimension where all the dual monsters are only pins.
What?
Which is still slightly above
What?
Duel Masters.
The lowest level is actually RuneScape.
You mean the highest level is? You mean the highest level is RuneScape? I can become the best at trees.
Don't.
the final day before the fucking countdown finishes, we have to all become masters of trees.
How'd you know that's how you get out of the dual worlds if you become the best at trees? But can all of you become the best of trees? And the prom's tomorrow. Anyway.
And
Look at all this. I'm just gonna focus on prom. Look
no,
at me,
the
I'm
very bottom.
By the way, guys, you haven't noticed something that's very similar with a certain other thing you guys have seen.
What?
All of these creatures have the same bottoms, just like always, right?
Yeah.
Do those bottoms not remind you of something?
Oh. Wait.
They're gray.
That.
These aren't.
They're submissive. I don't know what bottom's standing for here.
I'm just not gonna save. No idea.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh. I can't really tell. I don't really look at the bottoms of
Yeah,
things.
she's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Nate's here to help you.
No,
I'm
he isn't.
colorblind, so
No one cares about your color blindness. Will.
I assumed it was either gray or pink.
I feel.
It's actually, by the way, this dragon is actually not Nate's thing. It's not anything like that. It's actually.
My God.
He just clears away like, this is mine.
No, it's just like, don't worry, guys. This is my dog.
Come back to me.
You take it behind the barn and shoot it.
You served me once. Do so again. Never.
You have grown stronger, Crowbar. And you return.
It's like the one fucking ring for
You
you.
have grown stronger, Crowbar.
Finally,
You know that kind of dragon screech that they all have in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime?
Yeah.
Like that comes out after you say that.
It's just like, you
Oh,
have
no,
done me
wait,
proud.
no. Here's the true master.
Look what I bought
Man.
with all my dual points.
It's really weird that they have the same. Oh.
Yours was like pure white though.
Look what I bought with all my dual points.
And you turned
Tilly's
into
was
it. I mean, I wonder why Tilly's is not white.
Oh.
I don't know. Tilly just has a spirit deck.
I'm just.
She told you that from the very first episode. She had a spirit deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's important to remember?
Oh yeah, what I meant by spirit deck is it's literally only made of cards that have dual spirits in them.
That seems like that doesn't seem like very good synergy.
It's not. That's why I didn't get to the academy.
Oh. I think
You
I
see,
know.
we
the
all know
power
who
of
this.
cheating
We all
can
know who
only
this
carry you
dragon
so
really
far.
belongs to, though, guys.
Of course, I know who it belongs to.
Who that?
The dragon belongs to the sandbox.
Mr. Yerlinger.
I don't think that's the case at all.
Mr. Yerlunger fell into the abyss at some
Hey
point.
guys, look! It's my date. Turns out the date wasn't any other card. It was actually this.
It's not what we thought at all.
That just seems incorrect.
It looks exactly, not what it looks like.
At all. Anyway,
Oh. Oh, wow.
Guys, Tilly's dead. She died 3 years ago today.
My people are born too.
what?
That's what American Jake just said in the thing. But yes, guys, we are going to be staying here for a couple more minutes. If you guys have anything else to say to us before we end things off, now is going to be the time. Sly's date looking thick. Sly's date looking thick. It actually was going to be something. Whenever I had asked Squeaky a while ago, like, for like one of the creatures that she could have been for her thing, since we all see like the base is a dual spirit base, of course, and she made this character just like, to be like a haha funny. But like whenever I was asking her like what kind of like base she wanted, like what kind of like dual spirit she wanted to be, one of them was actually a dragon that was pink,
Oh.
and that might have been able to show up here. Who knows?
Let's capture it.
But no.
Capturing this.
I guess. go Kidmodo, and just kind of falls to its side.
I just
like-
gave you him.
Let's go. Kimodo's literally just like falls to his side.
You just hold up the card. There's just a bright light from your card as it lazily sloops out and just
Levy
flops on
says,
the
guess
ground.
you gotta add Sly's date to your thick dragons deck in Hearthstone. Actually, Levy, me and Kitty opened a shit ton of packs today.
We
I have to
opened
make a
90 packs,
new
almost 100.
I have to make a new thick dragons deck.
You fucking
God.
can't be serious. I look forward to Kobold's Catacombs.
And this
Me
is
and
exactly why you should put AA
Blue
guns on the top of at the roof of your school, because fucking dragons always show up to ruin your day.
Hey, Jakku.
Yeah?
Chill blood.
What?
So
What?
did Klein wear male clothing for a reason? Yeah, Klein mentioned that, just like pants.
I like pants.
So they gave Klein a boy's uniform because pants.
Pants.
Just wasn't comfortable wearing a skirt.
I heard you talking about how I was supposed to be a pink dragon. I am still said pink dragon. Duh.
Duh.
You can't let them know what I really am, Deco. God, now everyone knows.
Well, I mean,
Everyone knows that I was a pink dragon.
In
I'm
the
just gonna
past
do this right here, Squeaky, since obviously you can see the stream, but just gonna do that right there and kind of, that's it. That's all I'll do. All right, so
I don't know what you did because the stream is a little bit delayed.
you'll
Yep.
see.
Anyway. So.
Yeah, see, don't let them know about my pink dragon form. Stop teasing it to them. I actually don't. I can read what it says, but I can't read what it says. But don't stop it.
Dang, I really wanted the gang to blast into the sky to signal other humans. I mean, that's basically what just happened here. Was 3 fucking powerful dragons sent up signals into the sky to lure this dragon.
Damn it, Magnus. I even told you Klein's problems with you, and you
Blue-
still didn't duel her.
Blue did say that there's a reward.
She fell
for...
asleep.
Blue did
Yes,
say that there's
and then
a
the
reward.
sun came up.
Wait, what was that, Squeaks?
Blue did say that there's a reward for anyone who can guess what dual spirit bell is.
Did I?
Did you?
To the
Canon, I guess.
I don't
You
know.
you never did, but hey, people can have fun guessing.
Canon, I
Yeah,
guess. There you
we
go.
know.
Since you've
I'm
already,
pretty
since
sure.
yeah, you guys know, but does the audience know?
I don't think so.
And it's not the thing I was just showing people, by the way, audience.
It's
That's not her. Anyway,
No, I'm not a dragon. That thing's ugly anyway.
Poor thing.
That
but
thing's
yes.
hideous anyway.
Hey, that's the crowbar you're talking to.
Don't you fucking talk to my son that
Don't you
way.
fucking talk to my son. God dang it.
Your son needs face reconstruction.
He's got to fucking figure your face.
Is
My
there any
face is
any
fine.
other questions for anybody here, guys? Do any of you guys have anything to say about what happened today? You learned a lot about the lore and the future of this world that apparently nothing you guys do will ever affect that world anyway, so
I don't care. I want my
oddly enough,
crowbar.
nothing you guys do in this time can affect that world in the future for some reason.
Man, it's like things are. It's like Dragon Ball Z time travel and shit.
Exactly. It's kind of like Future Trunks-ish type of thing.
That's sad. Wait, can Tess turn Super Saiyan or?
Probably.
She just screams, gets blonde hair, and starts fighting the dragon. That'd be amazing. Game was fun though.
You guys do you have anything to say about all the lore you guys have learned today?
I haven't got enough lore in my crowbars in this world, so I can get it
You've
back.
learned so much, yet I'm still so goddamn confused.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just like all of your games.
How far in the future does Tess come from? She doesn't even know, man. She was like, I literally have no idea how long I was shot back in time, but I know that 3 years before Duel Academy Island disappeared, 4 kids disappeared. So that's all I know.
In the year,
And I came back in the year that Crimson Dragon took me to, so I'm guessing that means it's this year.
She's from the 31st and 1/2 century.
The Crimson Dragon said he was going to take me back to the year that I could save those kids, so I did.
Yay.
The Crimson Dragon knows all.
The
Crimson Dragon is a lie.
You leave the Crimson Dragon alone. The Crimson
Dragon
Dragon knows
bad.
all.
Feel bad.
Crimson Dragon, no. Oh, Crimson Dragon, portal, time. Crimson Dragon, do.
Man, your dragon's stupid.
No, Crimson Dragon knows what he's doing. Crimson Dragon,
Squeaky
no.
is Levy had a good guess. Squeaky is totally Sonic Chick. We actually had mentioned that at one point too, Squeaks.
Ah, Sonic chick.
Yep.
Scenic.
Crimson Dragon sent you? I think you mean the Kidmodo Dragon sent you.
In the
You
future.
got me! Kidmodo Dragon is actually the Crimson Dragon.
I knew it all along.
That's why he can't help us right now.
I thought it's 'cause-
Well, of course he can't help right now because he hasn't grown into the Crimson
No.
Dragon
It's like,
yet.
of course he can't help right now. You see Magnus pull out the Time Wizard. But in the future.
But in the future now.
Sadly,
There-
the Time Wizard does not have a dual spirit in it.
As we go into the future, we have this post-apocalyptic thing. Then it goes like, wait a minute. Why don't we just use Time Wizard to go back to before we destroyed the island?
Well, you see, shut up.
Did you lock these?
I did.
Like, Makoto just looks at
It is
Magnus.
my great tower, the monument to the,
1,
all
2,
of
3,
the
4, 5, 6,
inspiration I need to
7.
live.
By the
Like,
way, I don't think Jess needs any more inspiration, guys.
I need more guys. I don't know how to be alive.
Magnus has 2, Makoto has 1, I have 1.
I
No,
just
Jess-
want you
Jess
guys
needs
to know
one.
every inspiration that goes to me goes to my glorious tower.
Jess
We
needs
will
like
make the
20 more.
tower bigger. We'll make the tower great again.
Oh, jeez, Magnus!
What?
Make Mesopotamia great again.
The American Jake said, Magnus at the time was. I swear this is turning into Rick and Morty with Bug Boy Rick and Bug Boy Morty.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Come
jeez.
on, Mickey, come on. Got a 20-minute adventure. Let's go.
You said I could go to school!
Yeah, that was before 20 minutes ago. Here you go. Go in the portal.
Oh,
Come on.
jeez.
Let's all like you know, like go rip R.I.P. for these 4 glorious people who gave their lives because people didn't love them enough.
Fuck you.
You see, I did
mean-
love him. I loved him so much, I let him die doing what he loved, listening
Look.
to other people.
Look,
Yeah,
Art
that's
Fiend
worth it.
Ed is going to save us, okay?
Sucks be Gale.
Also, Blue, you should probably blow up this one inspiration dice right here.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
What one?
To answer your complaint, Jake, that I still haven't dueled Klein, I was waiting until after we gave up on day. I didn't expect, Dragon to show up and crash through the fucking ceiling.
That's why you failed.
You know what just
Silver
needs-
says gave his life. Ed let himself go to become the Demon King.
I will return more powerful.
I come back as Supreme King Ed.
I must kill him and take my rightful throne.
I have a 50-50 chance of ruling the world, Mickey.
I got a 50-50 chance of ruining all your lives.
Isn't that great? It's great.
Also, I don't use card flips anymore. I use dice.
You motherfucker.
Ah, so that's what
Toby
your dice
just,
win.
Toby just goes in front. This is my duel.
I want to be the king.
This is my duel.
I'll kick your ass to become king. I'll kick his ass.
You
Donate.
shall
Oh my
remain.
god.
What?
Is no donation $4. Just needs more inspiration, you say.
My God.
I think that Jake is gonna be set for the next 8 sessions.
You don't
No.
have a limit on inspiration?
It's
No, no.
floating.
There's 2 of them in the same one too.
Will, what have you done?
What happened?
You know it just
There they go.
Will,
Well, it sucks for you, Will. It's
Free
not-
the dice. They must join the tower.
Did you donate $1, Will?
Will you fucking?
You know it costs $2 for inspiration.
Oh, hold on.
you-
Hey, $1 Canadian. Ew.
Ew, that's like 20 cents.
So we're taking away an inspiration.
Will, you owe me at this point.
So wait, do you just not have a limit on how much inspiration a character can have?
Nope, because inspirations can go to any dice rolls, whereas the actual D draws go to the duels.
The duels are the most important thing.
And now Jess has an inspiration.
He has 10 fucking inspiration dice now.
Okay, I guess Jess gets another inspiration.
Oh.
Wait, you can players can buy inspiration?
I never said you guys couldn't. You just probably shouldn't do it for yourselves. That'd be cheating.
I
wouldn't do it for myself.
How many inspiration dice can I give to the dragon?
In a way, the money goes back to you anyway.
Shit. It's like recycling.
That's totally cheating.
That's cheating.
That is
So
so
yeah, it's
cheating.
Well, I mean, technically 3/4, a very small fraction of it goes back to you.
You get like half a nickel.
We should probably not make a habit of this.
No, never.
Yes, we should.
No,
As
Dico,
long
If you guys want to give me all your money, go ahead.
Dico, how much money do I need to give to make sure the dragon kills Makoto?
Well, you give it to me during one of my streams, and I'll do it. Not during the dark stream.
So how much money would it cost to give it 20 inspiration dice against Makoto?
You know what? If you give me $20 on one of my streams, and I'll count that as 20 inspiration.
Actually,
Fuck you,
no, Anthony.
What?
There's one way you could get all the inspiration you need. Just send him one hay penny.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Dude,
You
I
got
would love a hay penny. I seriously would love a hay penny.
Today.
God damn it, Will.
You got a hay penny, hooray!
I forgot
How
that
can
movie
we do
existed
this?
told
All
us
work
now.
and no play. He chopped
I'm a
wood,
lesser
he
human
chopped
for remembering it because of Will helping me.
Well,
Was anyone
guys,
else?
with all of this being said, it is 11 o'clock for me. I think it's a good time for us to end everything off. This was a fun game. We got to see what we're gonna be doing going further. You guys went through the route of, hey, now your actual physique rolls and dexterity rolls are gonna play a much bigger part in things.
Holy shit, I wish there was a gym on the island.
Instead of going down the other route that was the, hey, more duels on the academy.
Now we have to duel with fists. And
Oh, don't
All the
worry,
more
there are
reason
still gonna
for
be
me to
duels as
hoard
well.
Inspiration dice.
Don't worry, there are still going to be duels as well. In fact, next game, there is going to be a pretty serious duel going on.
Oh, you think? So
I know.
I can't tell what it is. I can't tell what the duel could be.
You think this thing's going to duel you? You're wrong.
You're
How are we
wrong.
supposed to fight this thing? I have a fucking I have a flying worm and a brain dead dog.
Don't worry, we have the metal things off of the chair too.
Oh yeah, I forgot the chair leg. That's gonna fucking it's one weakness.
Dude,
With
you just
all
have
of
to-
that being said, guys, I hope everybody here enjoyed themselves. I enjoyed myself with this. Instead of going down the shadow game route, you went down the you're in the shadow realm route. Yeah, that's right. The only survivor is Mr. Crowbar and Ed. You just see like Ed shows up and he has Mr. Crowbar.
Give it back.
I can't do that now, can I, Toby?
I guess there's only one.
As
way
Skull
in this.
Serpent comes forward, yeah, Tess,
I've
you
already-
know the Overlook.
I've already bonded with Mr. Crowbar.
That's
Looks
really-
to you, you
As-
know exactly what he's talking about. You cover your butt. No!
How could you, Crowbar?
Anyway, with all that being said, guys, if you have any questions, comments, complaints, or wisecracks, throw them down in the comments below on the YouTube side of things. On the YouTube and Twitch side of things, there is, of course, the Discord that you can go to. Then everybody can chat up and everybody can talk to things there. We're usually there most of the time. Some things go down there that are pretty funny, including some things we have to catch up with in the dark chat today. I want to see that video, whatever that was. Well, with all of that being said, guys, everyone dies, Tess gets whisked away by the Crimson Dragon, and the world goes to shit. Hell yeah, that's the party wipe. With all that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. We enjoyed ourselves, and like always, later days.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So long. Avita, say farewell.
Okay. Do you not know anything else with the song?
No.
Are you just
It's
gonna
gonna fucking end soon.
you're just gonna end it right there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
That's all I
yeah.
remember of the song. I haven't heard it since I was like 4.
Penis. Oh.